40 and have negative cash flow.
Right. So then
I'm going to turn around in 30 days. Well, you got to wait 30 days, or else it won't offset the gain. It's one of those stupid.
But will Eric know what to do when he sees the statement?
Oh, absolutely. All you're going to have to do is hand him the Ameritrade statement, but you won't have it for after a month.
We're off, right?
For sale in the house. I'm Steve Rappaport, Fox News.
Rappaport. I wonder if he's related to that comedian Rappaport. Yeah, Rappaport. He's done a couple half-hour shows. I think he's doing a show right now on Showtime.
Rappaport?
Rappaport. You'll recognize him.
Rappaport, but he doesn't use the T, right? Rappaport.
You know, honestly, I don't know.
Rappaport. I heart test.
Let me see if I can get a picture of him.
You know, I know I am dragging. I know I am dragging. It's because I haven't had my BioT's a month old, a month out.
So
that's why
hey,
I've been like
Jan, Mark, I totally screwed up. I should have worn my Hawaiian look, my only Hawaii T-shirt.
Tomorrow.
But look, I know. I wore it today. My Mela Kaliki month. I'm not wearing it twice.
Hanging out.
God.
By the way, until next year, it's Caldera, so if you guys want to come in at 4 a.m., set up.
Oh, we'll be here at 3 a.m.
Will you be here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then we won't show.
Michael Rappaport, I thought, or maybe. Yeah, here he is.
Normally, people with the P-O-R-T at the end say poor, but I don't know.
He is Rappaport.
Really? He pronounces it that way?
Just look at him. Michael Rappaport. Tell me you haven't seen him have you seen him?
He looks familiar.
Well, he's been in a shitload of movies.
I gotta have Daphne make me a conglomerate.
Will they do it early? Well, I guess they'll do whatever, right? What do? Kill that pellet, just bring a new one in? If it's not all the way dissolved?
Oh, no, you go to the other side. I'm overdue a month.
I got it. Oh, you're overdue.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why I'm feeling like this. It's amazing.
So
it's fucking amazing. I'm an old person without it.
So, do you feel it? Can you feel it?
The pellet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still feel it now? He told me that once you probably stop feeling it, then it's time to come in.
No, I haven't felt it for a while, but
mine's still there.
Don't go by that, Dan.
What do you care if you can feel it?
Go by how you.
Oh, you're saying when you don't.
Right at about 4 months, see how you feel. And if you're still not feeling great, have it redone.
I'm in much better mood.
But you definitely notice it as it's
killing. I'm dragging ass. Remember, and I keep saying to you, I think I'm getting something. I'm not getting shit.
You're just back to normal. You're back to dying, as you would say.
So I need to get Daphne. I need to talk to Daphne.
God, you guys are getting me so close to pulling the trigger.
So if I ever lose to Mark and racquetball, I'm going to blame it on lack of pellet.
I always love I fucking went live on the wrong channel, man. I am so pissed.
If you're thinking about solar, solar, you can get a free evaluation of your lot to see what it will generate.
So that's our New Year's resolution, once a week.
These fucking assholes.
I would love more twice a week if we're in a
league there.
No, I do want to play.
These assholes killed. Okay, think about Miami Vice, all right? Remember Miami Vice?
Love it.
Do you remember Crockett? Think, Sonny Crockett, the main
what was
guy.
his real name? Don?
Don Johnson.
Yeah. Okay, of course.
Think about this, and think about going 8, 9 episodes in, and they kill him. That's what they did to me on this fucking series.
What series is it?
Narcos. They killed off the main character. The main fucking character.
Did he want to quit? I mean, do you know?
No, I don't know, but I'm thinking, you know, because you always think, oh, they're in trouble. Boom, he's dead. I'm thinking, he's fucking dead. What do you mean?
You have got, I thought about this. That is your addiction. And here's what I want to say about it. It's not a bad addiction, but I'll tell you what, it keeps your brain, it keeps your brain from thinking of a million things. It literally brings you in. That is your alcohol. That is your weed.
Oh, yeah, I just got to talk to you. Thanks. Yeah, and it's flying.
Yeah, oh, that's right, because flying does. I bet you get bored in a fixed wing. I bet you do get bored in a fixed wing. Is why you went to a helicopter.
Bored, but less interested.
That's well, that's fucking bored. I know what you mean. That's, you know what? That truly is, binge watching is an addiction for some people. because it literally is their getaway. That's incredible. It makes you
think of something, one thing only.
Yeah, it makes you concentrate on one thing.
You need to mark a racquetball now. That's our bin.
Otherwise, we go crazy. It's nice to have diversions.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
It's weird. That is your self-medication. It really is.
When I had my brother take me places,
So anyway, this
like,
app,
have to get there early.
I got adjusters calling me out the ass. Now the problem is we got to get something in their hands or we're going to lose it. So I'm not going to talk to anybody anymore.
We're about 2 weeks from all the
But
changes.
then we're probably another month or two. So I'm not going to call any new ones until I have something.
This thing is going to be,
Lost about 4 hours of every
it is
day.
going to change the biz. It is going to change the business, man.
Decided I needed
I go back to, I don't want to say it 100%. I think it's going to, I think the people that end up buying it are going to be the people in it right now.
I need
I
to
honestly
go.
feel like I remember recently you were asking me, like, did you want to smoke before we go in?
Here's
I
what I
was like,
want you
no,
to
I
ask.
don't
I think you should pull the
And tell them I don't expect
I will. I probably
to by any chance.
You know, the biggest thing I think
Anything at all.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing.
I don't know if I want my
Tomorrow,
That's kind of
No,
weird
no,
to
no,
say
if
that.
not, you have
Then
down
let me
days
know and I'll
sometimes,
make
you
another
go,
appointment for
I don't have
Not
that.
like, not like,
today I
I mean,
don't have
that's
a lunch.
super. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
it's correct.
I know what you're saying.
Just see, it's
I don't know. You know what?
Today
Until you're at a new level, you don't realize you're
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show that's kind of anywhere in the universe.
Why is my, oh, there it goes. My headset was off a little. Hey, get some calls in, man. We still have problems. Even though it's Christmas time, we have problems, we have questions, we have complaints. This hour brought to you by Excel Cleaning Services, because we are so dang happy we can't contain ourselves. We hesitate to recommend them because they are so great. Mark uses them because I turned them on to him. And, of course, Stephanie and I use them. And then I use them at a couple places. And here's what I want to say to you. I hesitate to recommend them because I want them to stay wonderful, and they will. They actually have dozens of crews. And how does he do it? How does Jim keep the consistency? People, if you want to find the best, you listen to me, because one thing I will never do, ever, is recommend someone I do not believe in personally, and I mean, or I use, and that's the God's honest truth. XL Cleaning Services, don't go with these franchises and these other places and these people that don't care. Go with this guy. I say this guy, Jim. But the XL Cleaning Services, they can do deep cleans, they can do regular cleanings, they can do just one-up cleanings, they can do once a month, once a week. If you have them regularly, you never worry about anything. They pick an area to deep clean, and they rotate that, and then they clean regular around the house, and then they'll do windows. Whatever needs done, you just let them manage it. And they can also do, if there's chips, they can paint over them. They can help with your paint. They can help anything in the house, change light bulbs, furnace filters. These guys are complete services, from cleaning to maintenance. But you pick what you want from them. What else can I say about them? I just love them. Okay?
You always forget this. They are budget friendly. If you are using one of those, Folly Maids or something along those lines, these guys are probably cheaper.
Yeah, they are. And I don't know how he does it. Again, I hope they stay perfect like this, Excel Cleaning Services, because we want them to. So how do you find them? They're on the referral list, okay? And then I'll give you the number. And then I also want to just talk about other stuff as well, of course, not just house cleaning. But seriously, house cleaning is a big deal. I don't know anybody who has the time to do it. Here's their number, 303-683-3470. When I say this, I truly mean this. I have never found a better service ever, and I've used them for now 15 years, 10 years for sure, 12 years. No, it has to be, let's see, 9, 10, 11. It has to be 12 or 13. 303-683-3470. Now, if you're like me, you're going to need a cleaning service. I make this joke, and you can use this joke if you want. How do you hide $500 from your wife? You put it under the vacuum cleaner. Da-dum-bum.
Oh, that's so sexist.
Or, no, or it's okay, you do it about your husband. How do I hide $500 from my husband? You hide it under the vacuum cleaner. It'd still be funny. Excel Cleaning Services. What about GG Wink? How do you hide stuff from Mike? Gigi.
Oh, boy.
How do you hide
it's
stuff?
It's tough.
Would
I
you
can't hide it in the office.
Under his tools? Mike doesn't seem like a handyman to me.
He would.
Handyman?
He can pull it out.
Really?
He can pull it out of the hat if you need something done.
Really?
Yeah.
He can fix stuff around the house.
He can. I mean, I grew up only child of a single mom, so I'm pretty good at fixing toilets and programming electronics and all that stuff.
Attorneys that can turn a screwdriver? I doubt this. I need to see this.
303-713-TALK, winkandwink.com. Go ahead there, Kathy. What's happening with you, Kathy? Welcome.
I just want to give your program kudos for all the things you have done for the year.
Thank you.
Several years. I've been listening to you since Father John was there.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What a wonderful memory.
And if you ever come up with a solution of giving people backbones, I want to be first on your list because I'm very weak in that area, but you have made me a little stronger.
Now, you know, there's a difference between, and Kathy, I'm glad you brought that up. I had this discussion with my wife. There's a difference between backbone and being a jerk. There's a big difference. Right. And some people think just, you know, asserting themselves is having backbone. And I tell people this, and I mean this, Kathy, when you complain, don't ever bring out the big guns first, and don't ever be rude. You are totally discounted. Now, I know people think they hear me on the show, and I probably say, hey, I demand, you know. I never do that. People who do business with me will tell you I don't do that. I may be direct, but I'm not disrespectful. And when I have a complaint, I'm probably more patient than most of our callers in getting something solved. But there are times to raise the level of, attack. Okay, you know, bring out the big guns. But even bringing out the big guns, don't ever make an empty threat, and don't threaten too much. Like, I'm calling everybody, blah, blah, blah. But because people won't take it seriously. There is a way to make it very serious and very direct where people will listen to you. And that doesn't even take so much of what's so-called backbone. It just takes communication skills.
And if you write an email, my goodness, do not ramble on for pages. People won't even read it.
And here's the problem with emails. You're right. People who write, we had a lady who called me, and she wanted me to cull down a 5-page letter to a 1-page letter. Now, I don't know if I kept it or not, but did you guys keep it? Did I send you a copy?
No.
Do you remember the woman had a malpractice
yes,
complaint
I remember recently.
with a dentist? And she said, Tom, well, I'm going to read it. I'm not going to use her name or the dentist, but if I can find it, I'm going to show you what I did. She had 5 pages. When I went to you, and then I did this, and then you did this, and I have proof of this and this, and it went on for 5 pages. So we'll do that. Okay, let's talk to Debbie. Debbie, what's happening?
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Debbie.
I have been referred to collections, and I've never been sent to collections.
Now, is this for a bill you recognize?
It is. It was actually for a procedure I had done in April of 2017, and my health insurance paid it. My health insurance has told me not to pay the remaining balance after try to.
Why did your health insurance tell you not to pay?
They said that they're trying to collect for outside their negotiated fee, outside their contract.
Okay, so they're in violation of their contract. Now, the contract usually with a provider says, we will accept this and not collect. If they agree to that, then do you know what you're called? You're called a third-party beneficiary. What that means is, and this is just an explanation of what it means, not legal advice, but what it means is if I have a contract with someone and I promise in that contract to do something for other people, those other people can hold me to that contract as a third-party beneficiary. Gigi, do I have that right? You're an attorney.
Yeah.
So third-party beneficiaries are like when people issue coupons.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They agree with Gold C or someone or Groupon.
Yep.
They agree to do something for someone. And if someone refuses to honor that coupon, if you ask for Gold C's or Groupon's contract, you can use that. So if that's true, your insurance company should give you some ammunition. They should give you the agreement or the part of the agreement that forbids them to do this.
Well, they sent me a letter stating just exactly that the negotiated fee for the service is payment in full.
Okay, if that's the case, then they're doing balanced billing, and they're doing it against what's called what do they call it when it's against public interest or whatever, that when they do things against their agreements on a large scale. In bankruptcy, they call that against public agreement, or it's not for what is it, like when they foreclose on a car even though you're making payments.
Right.
It's against public interest.
Interest
or
might be.
But the point I'm trying to make is that they can't collect. Now, Channel 9 did a story about this, about balance billing. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with balance billing if a doctor charges more. They're allowed to, unless they sign an agreement. If they sign an agreement saying, okay, United, whatever you pay me, we'll be satisfied with, and then they go after you, that's exactly what they did, right?
Yes.
Well, they can't do that. Did you bring it to, who's the healthcare provider coming after you?
Well, it's called Physicians Surgical.
When you went after, did you call Physicians Surgical and say?
Well, yes. Well,
what did they say?
Well, at first I got a bill for just over $2,000, and then I called the surgeon, and they said they forgot to have they forgot to receive prior approval. Okay, so then it must have gone through the whole procedure, because then it was reduced to $919.
But this looks like United Healthcare is trying to collect from you.
No.
Well, what is this United Healthcare thing asking for money?
No, this is to the doctor saying that this has been paid. This is outside the contract.
Okay, we received a request to review the above. Okay, our member received a bill from you. Okay, that's what they're saying. And they're saying that patient responsibility is $165.
Right.
Well,
and that was when actually I didn't realize I had this amount due till May.
Did you pay $165?
Well, the thing is, I didn't realize this until June when I was sent to collections, and that's when I called United Healthcare.
Here's what I want to ask you. Did you pay the $165?
I can. I told them I will. But I said I want this removed from collections. I've never been...
How much above the $165 are they trying to collect?
$1,335.
$1,300?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is that part of the collection fees for $165, or is that...
Well, yes, because they added in $400 or so.
Then this is a totally different thing than what you called about, okay? It's totally different. You called saying they were balance billing you, and they're not.
Well, that's what my insurance company says.
Okay, but they're not. They're simply asking for the part that you were responsible for.
No, because they're sending me bills for $1,335.
Yeah, but the $1,335 are the collection fees on top of the $165, right?
No, I think it's included in there. The $1,335 is the fees on top of the $919 that they said I owed.
Okay. Here's what you owe. You owe whatever your copay was that was negotiated. That's what you owe. And any collection costs for that fee because you didn't pay it. Whether you realized it or not, you didn't pay it.
No one's ever billed me for it.
Okay. I understand that. But technically, it's your problem. And if you waste your time hanging your hat on you didn't get billed, you're going to pay even more attorney's fees. Now, I'm not telling you you have to pay this bill. Here's what you owe. You owe $165, but you're saying to me, if you take $165 plus collection fees, they still want more than that. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay, how much more than $165? I don't even know the apportionment of the collection fees for the $165, but somehow you have to come up with that amount. You owe them $165, and you should pay that immediately without even a discussion. Without even a discussion. Now what you do is don't pay another dime. That's it. And if it shows up on your credit, you can go after them for slander of credit because they literally did not abide by their contract. But this is not something where you go after them right now. This is something where you wait and you don't do anything because you have your evidence right here. But here's my fear. My fear, Debbie, is that you muddy the waters by not paying what you truly did owe, and they're going to now muddy the waters by saying they had a right to come after you. And then you're going to have to parse out the amount that you do owe and separate it from the amount that you don't owe, along with reasonable collection fees on the amount you really did owe. And I hate to complicate things, but that's what the issue is going to be. It's going to be that complicated because you didn't pay the $165. And I understand you didn't realize it, but I need to tell everyone with copays, it doesn't matter if you realize it or not. You're responsible for it.
Well, if you're not billed for the amount, how do you know you owe the amount?
You're supposed to ask for your copay when you go there, but it is weird that they didn't bill you. I mean, it's totally weird. I don't know why they didn't bill you. But you know what they're going to say? They're going to say they did bill you. That's the other problem. We run across this every single time there is a copay. So just to sum it up, what I would do to you, for you, if I were you, I would pay that bill and say, this is what I owe. Any amount above this would be contrary to the contract you have with United Healthcare. And if you try to ding my credit for it, I will sue you for slander of credit. And if you try to go after me for it, then I'll have this evidence. I wouldn't even mess with them. 303-713-8255. I'm Tom Martino. Joseph A. Lazara is a criminal defense attorney. And you know what? A lot of people need him because they make stupid mistakes. Now, if that's you, I'm not going to judge you. I'm just going to give you his name. But I will tell you there are ways to prevent drinking and driving by just simply not doing it. And you can get Uber or Lyft. But there are other things people are charged with from time to time. This year, this time of year, shoplifting is a big deal. Some people are falsely accused, others falsely imprisoned, others, well, they were just idiots. Here it is. Joe Lazara, flat rate pricing, 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200.
Today.
Okay. And they're going to have dim set aside for you, so we'll pick that up. So then I don't have to drive all the way out. That's what I do. I work in the magic.
I can get my...
Hey, Gigi.
Hi.
All right. Welcome.
So I'm going to run and get the merchandise. And I know she's going to be hungry, so...
Oh, yeah, you have to. Okay.
She'll be starving.
Now, remember, you go under the building and press the button. It's
I looked at the picture and...
Look at that.
All right.
Thank you. If she needs
You sure you don't want a cup of coffee before I go? You okay?
Actually, I would. That would be great.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
That's what it says.
I am not. And the king probably directed. My opinion.
Of course he did.
Yeah, I agree. He was a bitter old man.
I hope he vetoes this bill. I hope he does shut down the government, man.
Because you want another brick and wall.
I don't care about the wall. I just, you know what? I'm pissed at both sides. I hope he just rains hell down on both sides.
You set for Christmas, Gigi?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
You're one of the first person I've talked to
I
that
am.
said that.
I'm totally set.
You going anywhere?
No.
I don't know anybody really going anywhere.
We went to California for Thanksgiving.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Disney for a couple nights, and then we got an Airbnb in Venice and did Universal.
What?
And then, yeah, it was fun.
Right.
It was fun. And
Venice Beach is beautiful.
and then we went shopping because Max really, there's a lot of clothing brands he's into that have stores out there.
Super cool stuff.
Yeah.
Super cool.
He got a fancy pair of Adidas that we have been hiding. Well, he knows that they're his Christmas present, but
You
he
can't
didn't
touch
get
them.
yet.
You can't
That's
feel
right.
them.
That's right. I let him take one picture of them to
show the kids.
Yeah.
See what I'm getting.
To show, yep, that's exactly it.
That used to drive me nuts when my kids wanted certain things. It would drive me insane when it came to brands. It's like a scavenger hunt.
Well, shoes are.
With my kids, it's like a scavenger.
Yeah.
Mine is, if it's not at Costco,
Yeah.
don't talk to me.
You know what I got my kids?
I like that. I like that.
I got Dolce, a VR, VR system,
Awesome.
virtual reality.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
the
not
whole, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
How big is
with
it?
a computer to run it. There's 2 towers.
Oh my God.
Goggles.
Oh my God.
What's it called? I want to see what it looks like.
I saw that on TV once.
The name of mine.
Who makes it? Yeah.
It's at Micro Center.
Because you can walk
It's
in
not
it, right?
Oculus. It's the other big
Can you
name.
walk in it?
Yeah, you walk.
And yeah,
Is
yeah.
it just a headset, or
That's
you
so
walk
cool.
in it?
No, it's a
you
whole
have, you have
system.
towers you put up.
Get out of here! I've never heard of this.
And you're in a world.
I've seen it.
Well, she saw one demonstrated, so in order to get the one she wanted, I had to get a computer dedicated to it.
Oh,
just the
geez
computer.
Louise.
Just the computer to run it's $2,000.
Okay,
You
I
could,
gotta
like,
find
charge
this thing.
people to come
Where'd
in.
you get it?
Yeah.
Micro Center?
Yeah. Micro Center's great.
Now listen, I also got Ronnie a gaming laptop.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know that, Mark. You
That's
got it
a
for
big
me.
deal.
Mark
That's a
got
big
it for
deal.
me at Walmart.
Yeah.
Special discounts.
Okay, Micro
Awesome.
Center. VR?
Virtual reality.
But it's like a system, VR system or something like that.
And it's around 2? I don't see anything, man.
So you guys ride bicycles up and down high speed?
The VR
There's
system
those
is
little
here. Hold on.
scooters everywhere.
I'll
Right,
show you
so
the
we didn't have
HTV
scooters,
Vive?
we just like,
But
they're
no, I
electric,
got the.
but we didn't have a lot of
Yes,
them.
I got the HTC.
'Cause
I
we
got that
were
one for $500.
traveling
right
from
So what are those things? I get the
Anaheim
headset.
to
What are
Venice
the other
on
things?
Thanksgiving.
carry.
So we had to like get settled, then we went to the
things in your
beach,
hands like this.
spent
What are the
20
towers
minutes,
you're talking
and then went
about?
to the
Those 2
restaurant
boxes
for Thanksgiving
go up on
dinner,
towers,
and
stand.
the next day
What do
we
they
went
do?
rehearsal all day.
They reference X,
and then the
Y.
next day we
So
went
when you're here,
shopping in LA.
They know you're here as opposed to here.
It was,
How real
I
is
went
it?
to college
Oh my
in
God.
LA.
Like, what would you play in it? What would you
So
do?
we did,
Minecraft.
I knew the
Oh.
places he
You
would
go in and
like.
start building,
So
but
we
you're
just
in
walked and
Minecraft.
shopped and
You're
ate
in it.
and had fun.
So you see it.
I just think
Okay.
that beach is
It
so
is.
the
Fortnite
people
has
It's
watch
such
now
a
with
trip,
VR.
isn't
Oh,
it?
it does.
We
I
didn't
love
really get to
everything.
do as much as
They're
we would
working.
have
So then you're like this.
They
Right?
got the
You're in the freaking
They were like,
world.
How about when they drop you out of the plane or whatever?
Yep.
The
You'll be falling,
sand.
yeah. They have flying ones already.
It is.
What is it if you set this up and hopped on a treadmill?
It is.
LA
Could
is
you
fun.
walk through Venice and shit?
I love it.
Yeah.
And I haven't been back
Google
in a
Earth,
long
though.
time,
You can do it with Google
like
Earth.
to LA.
Hi, Tom
It was
Martino
fun.
here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Okay, budget A1 transmission and auto repair. I'm sounding like a broken record when I say they're crazy. They're going to tear down and inspect your transmission and give you a complete estimate. But what do you think they charge to remove that transmission and check it out?
$3,000.
No, seriously. Normally, a normal transmission shop, it'd be $300 to $500, sometimes more, but it's free. If you decide to have the work done, they don't add it to your bill. It's still free. If you decide to take your car and junk it, you know, on second thought, Mark Machowski, owner of Budget A1, I don't want to get it fixed. Congratulations, it's still free. What if you want to take it down the street to have it fixed? Oh, he'd get pissed off at that, wouldn't he? Still free! Budget A1 transmission and auto repair. He has every incentive to want to treat you right and give you the best deal. He's doing that free. So, isn't that cool? In fact, I don't know of any better deal when it comes to car diagnostics anywhere. Budget A1 transmission and auto repair, and he is on South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. 303-781-9858, 781-9858. Also on my referral list at referralist.com. Speaking of cars, don't forget, if you're purchasing a used car, it was the #2 complaint all year. Buying a car, finding out it has problems, and these cars have 150,000 or more on them. We have SOS inspections. We love Norris. They do pre-purchase. We have automotive MDs. The referral list is there for everyone with almost everything. 303-713-TALK. Bill, what's going on?
Oh, that's it?
Bill?
Yeah.
What's going on in your life, sir?
Well, hey, Tom, we're dealing with a situation with the ACH that was transferred into our account.
You mean money was put into your account?
Yeah, the money was put into the account.
And who put money into your account? Was his last name Claus?
No.
What happened?
No, it was, it's a tenant on one of my rental properties.
Oh, so they pay rent by ACH?
Well, he got behind, and we, this was the first time we accepted the
Okay,
ACH.
gotcha. So your tenant paid you how much by ACH?
A total of $4,300.
By ACH.
Yes.
Okay. Now what?
Well, come to find out, I called the bank to confirm that payment went in.
Yes, sir.
Then my wife looks on the following day. It showed that
they reversed it.
They reversed it.
It's just like a check. It bounced.
Well, it's not bounced. It's reversed because in order to have a ACH, it has to be in your account to begin with. But I did not know you could reverse an ACH. I did not know that because I have ACH'd people before, and I didn't know I had the power to take it back. Are you sure it was reversed?
When we called the bank, I called the bank and I said, how could someone access my account and withdraw the funds?
No, they're not doing it that way. But I'll answer that question separately, okay? But here's the deal. If I make a deposit by ACH, I can say it was a mistake or something and get it back under those circumstances. But I'm not really accessing your account. But, Bill, here's what I need to know. There's a separate issue, though, who can access your account, because that answer will shock you. Anyone can access your account. If you give me right now your account number and routing number, and that's what you had to do to your tenant, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to give you a warning here, and I really mean this. That tenant with that information, or anyone with that information, can draft your account for any amount as long as it's in there, and they will get it. And the bank will not ask any questions.
Just ask truck driver Lee.
Yeah. What I'm saying is this. This is, yes, it is the biggest loophole in all of banking. Anyone can get, if I want to go to Bill Gates and do an ACH, if I get his account, I can do an ACH. Now, here's what will happen. If he notices it, if someone notices an ACH that's in error, they're going to contact the bank. And they're going to say this was done in error or by fraud. And then the bank will investigate it. They won't always put the money back unless they think you're a complete dupe and victim. If you are, they'll put the money back. However, if I have already drawn that money out or transferred it to an offshore's account, it's done. I have gotten that money, and then they have to come after me and arrest me, or if they can't find me, they can't do anything. That's it. They can't do anything. In order to rob a bank, I don't even know why they make movies like Ocean's 11 and all of that, because really to rob a bank, you don't need a gang of specialists. All you need is someone with your number, and then they get your money. So here's the deal. That's a separate issue. Right now, I would like to know why your bank reversed it. What did they say the reason was? It has to be either fraud or a mistake. Why did they reverse it?
Well, when we called the bank, my wife talked to him yesterday.
What did they say?
It showed up as a withdrawal out of our account.
Now that is really queer. So that tells me that this guy used the numbers exactly as I said he did, right? Did this tenant get your money? Get the money?
Yeah, he got the money back.
Was it the exact amount that he deposited?
It was.
And he showed it as your bank shows it as a withdrawal. That's not reversing the ACH. I want to make sure that you're telling me exactly what happened, because reversing an ACH bill is way different than a withdrawal. So you had $4,300 withdrawn from your account as if your wife went in and got the money.
Correct. It showed up as a withdrawal. My wife talked to the bank.
And I know what you're saying. You see, people always tell me what they hang their hat on when in the first 30 seconds or a minute of the call. The reason you called is you want to know, what right does anyone have to access your account? And the answer is they have no right, but anyone can access anyone's account. Now, don't you think this is major news? I mean, think about this. Think about the nonsense Channel 9 does and Channel 7 and Channel 4. I mean, they do a lot of good stuff. But think about a lot of the nonsense investigative reporting they do. You know, like, oh, you know, this is the government officials doing this, and this is that, and this is this, and this contractor ripped off this guy. I mean, they do a lot of good stories. Like the guy at Channel 9 did the story about the balance billing for medical bills and putting liens on people's houses for medical bills. Okay. And then the guy at Channel 7, he did a really good job exposing medical practitioners without licenses. But why hasn't anyone ever picked up on this story that anyone at any time, if they get a copy of your check or they have your account number and the routing number to your bank, can take money just without any authorization whatsoever?
Yeah, but if they prove it's fraudulent, you get it back from the bank. I mean, it's a hassle.
Mark, but that person can get away with it. I'll bet you, Bill, they're not going after this person, are they, Bill? Are they, Bill? Are they going after this person? Bill, are they going to go after this person for fraud?
Well, he told us that we need to contact an attorney.
Yeah.
Because it's a felony.
He's telling you it's civil. Because he took it out for the same amount he put in, you know, this is really weird. I want to talk to Gigi about this. I want to know why people, I want to know what he does about this. Did that guy have a right to do that? I want to call the bank.
I didn't understand why the money went in the first place.
Because the tenant agreed to pay by ACH.
So he was paying a legit bill.
Yeah. Okay, we got more coming up. We'll talk about it coming up. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. David Salisbury is an attorney that everyone needs. He does probate, estate planning, trusts, and wills. You know, wills can start out at around $500 or $600. Here's what I love. If you tell David what you have, what you need, he'll give you a flat rate price. I love flat rate pricing with attorneys. He did an entire trust and all of the paperwork and transfers and everything for $2,000. Now listen, it was complicated. He can do a will for $500 or $600, but now it depends on your situation, and that's why you have to call him and get a price. David Salisbury, why would you not call him? And if someone just died and you need help, call him. 720-493-3911. If someone's about to die, really, call him. 720-493-3911. He'll answer your questions free of charge, no charge for initial consultations. 720-493-3911.
I'm sorry, better, or you can spay us or whatever. Actually, Dan's praying that he's spanking me. He's weird.
I'll film Mark spanking me.
But he wants you to do it with the Speedos on. Does anyone look good in Speedos? That's what
Germans.
Caitlyn Jenner.
I don't know.
Do you know what, though? He has the most beautiful children. My God.
I still don't get why you change.
Oh, yeah.
And then date. He changed and then dates the same
that model
sex.
daughter,
It's the weirdest thing.
Gorgeous.
Did you?
Well, and he's got
Mark,
cute boys,
she
too.
had the funniest Instagram post. It's the funniest I've ever seen. This is, you know, the model. What's her name?
Kendall.
Kendall Jenner. She's so beautiful.
Yeah.
She's laying in the sun in her bikini, laying in the sun with her phone and with a big hat on. And she's just a gorgeous
Oh, yeah.
And she writes, "My sisters are so busy posting pictures of their babies and shit." And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
you know, their pregnancies and their babies and shit. And she says, and I'm like, ...
in
and
the
she's
sun,
like, you know,
no, not a care in the world.
that is good.
Oh.
It's very funny.
Yep, and his boys are cute too.
He has beautiful children.
Yep.
And you know what? All his kids are well adjusted. His one daughter is going to be the youngest billionaire alive.
Which one?
Is it Kylie? The one with the makeup.
Yes. The lip kits.
Yep. With a lip. She came up with her little packages for makeup, and she did it all on Instagram.
Yeah.
And her sales
They are masters
her
of
company,
social media.
Her company is $986 billion.
Once you have that influence status, man, it's free advertising for life.
Yeah, that's true. But that's what they say. But you know what? If Kylie wasn't a good model, Kendall, she wouldn't be where she is.
No,
you got to be a good model. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Your countertop material, the actual slab, the custom edges, the sinks, the
And
cabinets,
those are the kids he had with Kardashian. The regular Kardashian kids, they'd have a little too much of the trunk.
386-5919, open every
Way
day
too
from
much.
Sunday, 303-386-5919.
Yeah.
Some people like that.
Oh my God! It almost looks like a caricature. It's
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
didn't have any kids with Kardashian, did he?
yes, of course it is.
My God.
Yeah, Kylie and Kendall.
She was the mother?
Yes,
Kylie and
of course.
Kendall are
I can't believe how
She
far.
looks just like her. Look at Kendall.
Yeah.
You can see her mom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he
And
was married to
then
her for a long time.
Three
Chloe,
wives, 3 sets of kids, right?
Kim,
Or what?
and Courtney with a K are with
Hey, Zig, Mark.
the dead defendants.
Hey, man, I got a check coming your way for $1,250. They're going to mail it out in the next couple days, dude.
Probably that wasn't his kid.
Checks in the mail.
I figured you'd like that, so that'll save you another $1,250. And that's it, man. Next time, you know, shit happens. Let's put it that way, but it's all taken care of, all right?
Is that the furnace guy?
And
really, after
No,
25
I would
years,
say
it's a
for
good
like
idea.
10.
Yep, you got it, man. Bye.
But I thought he was with her.
That guy's happy as hell.
Wow, I guess I'm not very, you know.
Well,
I like that name.
no,
Zig.
they got married in '91. Yep, they were married a long time.
Every single day. We do not hold you to a long-term contract. You won't believe the level of service when you listen.
They just
Yeah,
broke up.
they got divorced a few years ago.
Hey,
Just a few years ago.
why do they continually tell me what live spots
24
in the
years.
next gen? We have.
I already answered that. Don't
We
get
have
yourself
only
into
back,
Twitter.
but I'm going to go over them with you.
Coming into
I wanna
that
make
marriage, and he had
I replied to everybody in that.
4 kids.
We can't do
And then
any
they
of that.
had-
We don't have access to
But
do
did you
shit.
tell them we already
Pretty
have
good for having
lives in
6
the
kids,
system?
huh?
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah.
didn't tell them, Mark. That's what you didn't tell them.
Okay,
And that's
then.
what they need to know.
Okay, then tell them.
Okay.
I did not know that.
10 people research your business after hearing the radio ad and can deliver a solution to grow your business with iHeart. Visit iHeartWorks.com. That's
Everybody's leaving is the problem.
Who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them. There is a way to do that. Dr.
Oh, I gotta drive up and fill up propane this weekend.
Oh, you guys are heading out?
No, but I gotta just to winterize. I didn't want to winterize. God, maybe we should. Oh no, we're going up to that. The Gaylord. Listen, I'll give you a tip right now. It's opening. It opened on the 18th.
Oh yeah, that's like a huge
It
complex.
is. It's beautiful. Generally, it's $300 to $400 a night. Normal room. For Colorado residents,
Ooh.
now until the end of the year, if you
What?
log onto their website, $119 a night.
That's a deal.
It's got like 5 sports bars, 20 or 50 some businesses.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino here. Welcome.
Buyandbuild.net. That alone, right there, you go there, you're going to save money. Buyandbuild.net, it's almost like opening up your pocket and having money drop in it. If you're looking for cabinets for your garage, like I was, you go to Home Depot, you see these cheap-ass metal cabinets, you see these other ones, veneers, and you say, oh, man, that's expensive for my garage, right? It's like $1,400, $1,500 for my garage, right? Then I go to Buy and Build, and I see Shaker, beautiful solid wood cabinets. And not only do I get that, but I get a granite countertop for the price I was going to pay for these cheap butt cabinets at Home Depot. You will not believe the savings. And if you're looking for lighting fixtures, I give this example all the time, lighting fixtures in the thousands for a couple hundred or even 115 for some beautiful light fixtures and plumbing fixtures. Buy and Build is below wholesale. Yeah, buyandbuild.net. And it's 4800 Washington Street. He sells direct to consumers, but he'll sell to your contractors as well. 303-713-TALK is our number. Get a call in here. Let's talk. Gigi Wink is with us from Wink & Wink. And you know, nowadays bankruptcies are used to stop foreclosures. There are still foreclosures. And under what conditions will a 13 stop a foreclosure? Because there are people right now listening, facing a foreclosure right this minute. What if they say, well, Tom, you know, I don't have that much debt, just the house, and I'm back like $6,000, $10,000. What do they do?
So as long as you file the bankruptcy before the foreclosure sale happens, it stops it. 13 gives
Don't you have to be in the house a certain time, or are there certain conditions?
No, none. The bankruptcy, boom, the automatic stay is like a protective bubble that slams down around you.
Now,
nothing can proceed.
You only want to do this if you want the house and you have a plan to stay in it, because you're going to have to make up.
Absolutely.
But you get 5 years to do it.
Yeah, but you really need to be honest with yourself about whether you can afford the home. That's the biggest problem.
How many 13s start out to stop a foreclosure and they end up going Chapter 7 anyway? What do you say, half?
Not that many.
Good.
I mean, not for us. We try to put people where they belong from the beginning and give them real sensible advice. And you know, sometimes it's hard to hear and you got to digest it, but you know, if you can't afford the house, bankruptcy's not going to make it more affordable these days. Back in the 9, 10, 11, 12 years, we were stripping off second mortgages like it was our job.
Okay, now
that's not the case anymore.
Does Bill have a comment on an ACA? Is Bill the one we took originally, the consumer?
Yes, Tom.
Okay, what are we going to do with him? I mean, this guy's been ripped, and he's not on anymore. But what are we going to do about that bank doing that? He's got to do some homework for us. But people, this was a living example of someone having your routing number and your account number and literally taking money. Gigi.
I mean, certainly he can sue the tenant and evict the tenant.
Yeah.
But, you know, that doesn't mean you're going to ever get paid.
Eric, what's going on in your life? Eric?
Yes, hello?
What's going on in your life?
Yeah, basically, I was beginning of a job about a month ago, and I found this company in Aurora.
How long were you working there?
I worked there until yesterday.
But how long were you working?
About 3.5 weeks.
Okay. What happened?
And, you know, my first paycheck I got was in cash. You know, he said that because his accountant
literally greenbacks, you mean? He counted out some greenbacks. How much?
He gave me $600 for a whole week's of work.
Okay. Well, what did you work by salary or by hour?
By hour.
Okay. So what's the problem then? That was your first paycheck, and that came after how many weeks? 1 week?
Yeah, about 7 days.
Okay. What happened then?
I worked for 2 more weeks from December 1st till December 13th, and he said, I can't pay you overtime. I was like, you know, well, maybe when I get my paycheck, I can dispute this.
He can't pay you overtime, he said?
Yeah.
Did you work overtime?
I worked 113 hours in those days.
In those days, which would be, well...
December 1st to December 13th.
Well, anyway, the laws cover that, right? The law covers minimum and then time and a half.
What were you doing?
I was working concierge for a luxury apartment complex downtown.
Okay. So what would you do? Did you park the cars too, or did you just take care...
No, I would just make sure that no one came in the apartment that were like...
So you were at the front desk?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so listen. What did they pay you?
They paid me $14 an hour.
And they did not pay the overtime for it. Is that what we're talking about right now? That 13 days with no overtime?
Yes, and the fact that, you know, this guy's a scumbag because he's always telling me, oh, my accountant this, my accountant that.
Yeah. So listen, man, this is really easy. This is good news for you.
I'm going to call these guys.
Yeah. But Mark wants to call and help you, but here's the good news. No matter what Mark does, you can do stuff on your own. This is a good state when it comes to the Labor Department. It really is. I mean, I have to tell you, of all the government agencies, the Labor Department probably fights for consumers more than any department I've ever seen.
I bet I get this guy the difference within 24 hours.
Okay.
But I need some numbers. I mean, unless they're going to tell me he didn't have overtime.
Eric, I want to make this clear, okay? You can do something. Mark's going to help, but you can do something. And I want to tell everyone, if you complain to the Labor Department in writing, they will answer you. And they will look into it. And they will give you direction. Now, sometimes they'll say, go to small claims court. But when you do and they say you can do it, that's like you can go for treble damages.
Yeah, imagine these guys paying them under the table. They're not paying workman's comp. They're not paying insurance. They're not paying a lot of stuff on this guy.
Yeah, so you're going to...
luxury condos.
I see what you're saying. The Raleigh House is an addiction treatment facility. In fact, there are 3 or 4 in Denver. They started on Raleigh Street. This number I'm going to give you is not an emergency line. It's an information line. Here's the good news. If you know an addict in your life, I know you have questions. I know you do. And you can ask them right now without any obligation. If they think that they can help you, they'll let you know. But it's not a sales job. They'll also recommend other places for you. And you can ask about other places. You can ask about anything at all when it comes to addiction and addiction treatment and all the family and emotional issues that go along with it. 720-893-5559. This is a free call. It's always free. You can call more than once, and you can even call with other family members. 720-893-5559.
So, it was a contractor that he worked for. It's not the partners he worked for. He worked for security. Okay. Now, he's going to get hit with Social Security, especially if they put him as a contractor. He's going to get hit with double Social Security, and he's going to have to pay taxes. Right now, he's got just...
How can he be? He can't be a contractor.
Okay, that's the thing.
If they tell him to show up and work here between 9 and 5, he's not a fucking contractor.
Okay, all I'm saying that he thought he was...
What's it? Where is it?
I'm not really sure.
So what are you
this
saying?
Is the name of the company.
They're telling them, hey, we're not going to pay you overtime, and if you squelch about it, we're gonna put you down as an independent contractor. Then you're going to pay double Social Security and get less.
They didn't tell him that. I told him that.
Oh, but that is true. He will have to pay those legit fees.
Right.
Yeah, but he's not an independent contractor.
But I also said...
Well, I know that.
I said, you're probably...
If he gets away with it and then just leaves, it's better than making noise and back paying all that shit.
Yeah, but it's going to be worse for them, is my only point.
Yeah, and it's going to be worse for them.
Yeah, right.
They need to just cough up the extra dollars
and be done with it.
That's right.
And be done with it.
We'll leave you alone.
Because he could go after 3 times this shit.
Is your home for Christmas music.
This guy can go on Dan's list as far as I'm concerned.
Well, that's what Dan's group is. He's always rooting for that. Dan's always looking to get by. He's always looking.
No, I told this guy. I said, you owed it. But like I say, right now you're sitting on cash and you're going to be paying money back.
Pain and suffering. In other cases,
but it's not right
this,
because you should be paying taxes on that money.
You wouldn't know that. What if cases like yours pay out $20,000 routinely? You wouldn't know that. How do you even know what a fair settlement is?
Why would you ever choose to go at this alone
without
having somebody on your side?
I tell everybody who goes there, I just go there and just walk
It's
around.
the best people watching ever. It's so fun. But the neighborhood we stayed in was cute. A lot of cute houses, and it had a hot tub and a
Did you
nice
stay like in one of the houses there?
In a house we Airbnb'd it. It was fun. We stayed in a hotel at Disney.
But you could just walk out onto the beach?
Yeah, no, we weren't that close, but you could get those electric scooters, and it wasn't far. Yeah, it was really fun.
I happened on it by accident.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it's a fun place.
Find it at First Aid and Walgreens.
Indeed, much more than Disneyland, let me tell you.
But I'll tell you, we had a blast at Disney. We did. I love that California Adventure Park. That's my new favorite. They've got some fun rides. You have to like rides.
Plus, Indeed's cleaner questions help you
But
find your
it's all decorated for Christmas, and the kids are loving it. But you can do your fast pass. You just have to kind of manage it.
If people look at
Yeah, but everyone can do it.
I'm sorry. What live did you do?
An easy way to answer that question.
What live? Oh, we did giving that guy
discuss your financial goals,
the money, $1,250 check, Grandpa James.
Most money. That's why they have an
From
A+
us.
rating with the Better Business.
From
I'm here
the
again
caller.
for
That's
American
right.
Financing. Tell us
And then
about
$100.
We take pride in our customer service
gift
and do
card.
what it takes to help customers save up to
Groceries.
$1,000 a month. Hi,
Hey,
it's
two little
Kevin
kids with
Maldonado, co-founder of American Financing. If you're a homeowner,
Was he
now is
here?
a great
Yeah.
time to take advantage of low
wanted to
mortgage
meet
rates.
him.
You're able
Oh,
to
yeah,
consolidate
you could've
high
come
interest
on.
rates
Why don't anybody
and
introduce
student
me,
loans
for
into a
God's
lower
sake?
rate home loan without paying up
Nice guy.
fees. Best of all, you
Think
can
about
borrow
it. I mean, he really,
$12,000 a year.
all he
What are you
wanted
waiting for?
was his
Give
car
American
seat.
Financing a call today.
Call
But you did very well.
303-695-7000.
That's so awesome.
That's 303-695-7000 or AmericanFinancing.net. American Financing, Colorado's home for home
You
loans.
denied this man the pleasure.
Of meeting
I mean,
Tom.
you.
Okay,
Really? That is like so
He
good.
didn't know it was an option, or he wouldn't have left.
He said it would have been a step down because he's already met Clint.
Oh my God.
Do we know if Clint's okay?
What's going on with
I
Clint?
need to know if Clint's okay.
Oh no.
The third time.
Do we know if he's okay? Not the third time.
No.
Right, recently, but.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
God.
it didn't go back, but he's had it, and when he first had it, he was in like his early 20s.
Oh.
He didn't have health insurance, and it
So he just.
kind of cleared up on its own.
Oh my God.
Then he got it again 20 years later.
We need to take that sucker out.
During the video, how many times did Mark say, I gotta tell you?
Oh, I don't know. Does someone said that?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, I didn't. I should.
Artofgranite.net. Now, you heard me talk about, like, buy and build and money you can save and all that. And you go get the materials right there. They even have countertop materials. But Art of Granite's another deal. Art of Granite is still savings, wholesale on all counter material. He's a direct stone importer, directly to him. But here's the deal. He does the work too, the fabrication and installation, and he'll give you a price on the phone. That's what I love about Art of Granite, a price on the phone. How many people do that? You know why you can do that? Because he only charges for fabrication and installation. The material's wholesale. He doesn't charge for tear out and haul away, and he doesn't charge for the bathroom when you do the kitchen. So, get your price, compare, and Mitch Floria is dedicated to 100% satisfaction for you. Art of Granite, 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919. So, did we solve this? Oh yeah, Mark's calling on that one. We'll go to Sandy. Okay, Sandy, what's going on with you, Sandy? Welcome to the show.
Well, hi, Tom.
Hi.
You and I talked about getting a reimbursement from my apartment complex a while back.
Okay, let's talk about it again, dear.
Okay. I moved out in September.
Okay.
They had 60 days to give me my deposit back.
Now, that was by lease. They can extend it from 30 to 60. Okay.
Right,
And they never did?
They just cut me a check on the 6th, and the lady met me to give it to me.
Oh, good.
It was only $700. So we talked about.
Now the law says, and well, she has to give you an accounting. Let's put it that way to make it short. Did she give you an accounting as to why you didn't get it all? How much was your deposit?
$933.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound like a lot of money. How much is she keeping? Just what, 100 and something?
Yeah, a couple $100.
What is she keeping it for?
I have no idea.
Well, okay. I mean, she didn't tell you?
Nope.
Did you ask? Did you say, wait, this is not all of my deposit?
I did. She did give me a printout. They did take a $125 cleaning fee out.
Well, then why did you just say you didn't know why she kept it?
Well, let me just finish.
Yeah, okay.
So she took the cleaning fee out, which they remodeled the whole place, so they charged me $125, which I don't think they should have.
They recharge you. That was the $125. You're saying why bother charging for cleaning if they're going to remodel?
Remodel, exactly.
Because they can. If it was unacceptable, they can. They can charge it for you if it was not clean. But I don't know if it was clean or not. Did you have an inspection? See, 125. Here's what I say: the inspection with you and the landlord, or a representative, or just you.
Me and the maintenance man is when we did the inspection.
Okay. And did the maintenance man note during that inspection that the place needed cleaning?
Yes, he did. And I told him
they did everything right. They did everything right. Now, you disagree, but they did the procedure right. And 125 is not unreasonable. So here are your options. Here are your options. Saying, let's get right to it. This is a plain disagreement. That she did everything right by doing it within 60 days. She had an inspection, and she charged you a reasonable amount. Your argument is that she shouldn't have gotten it because she was remodeling, or it wasn't dirty. Which one do you want? Which argument?
That it wasn't dirty.
Okay. Now, do you have photos of the time that you inspected it?
I do not, but I've got pictures of the remodel and what they replaced in there.
But that doesn't matter. So, here's the thing. You probably have a stronger argument with the remodel, but you have to sue her for the $125 in small claims court. I'm not going to go after her for that, because in my opinion, she did everything correctly, and it's a difference of opinion, not a scam. There's a difference. I don't think she's scamming you. I'm Tom Martino. We got a lot more happening here. 303-713-TALK. Get your calls in.
I don't think that's a scam.
Not at all. That's reasonable.
That reeks of total hypocrisy.
She's still $110 short.
Yeah, but that's not a lot.
Well,
of
she
money.
didn't get through. I bet there were some other things on this itemized thing she
Did
had.
she get that? I didn't know she
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
I
First
thought
she
was
said
just
no,
told.
then she said yeah.
She
She
did
did.
get it, okay.
She got it. Yeah, and I bet there was some, maybe some damage or who knows.
Do they have to actually give you a...
Yep, itemized, yep.
It's not verbal.
Well, it doesn't have to be itemized so much as it's
They have
just...
to say what they're withholding it
But
for.
it can be verbal?
I don't think so. I think it has to be in writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got to be in writing.
But she gave her
But
a slip.
some leases say that you will automatically agree for them to steam clean the carpets at the end. I've had plenty of leases that say carpet cleaning is you're going to be charged to you at the end of the lease. So cleaning, I don't think is much different from that either.
Or you could do it yourself?
Yeah, I've had that too. Like, it's going to get cleaned. If
You're
you
the one
don't
that
do
has
it, we're going to
You're the one
charge
that
you.
has to prove it. You know what?
Yeah.
It's hard, man. When a landlord wants to keep that shit, it's so hard to fight them.
Unless they don't give you that within that time limit.
Yep.
Fox News, President Trump's from Ryan calling him out of a meeting, and other Republicans as well, to talk about money he wants for a southern border wall. Jared helped Capitol on the state of a short-term spending deal.
God, we've had a mild winter. I got to water my
My
lawn tonight.
gosh, I know. Spider mites.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's what our lawn service said, that when it gets hot,
Really?
like when it's dry like that, they can start eating it, and then you don't find out till spring. So it is good to water.
Water it. I'm not going to turn on the sprinklers. We're just going to put out
Yeah,
water
just
manually.
yeah. It's been so dry, but my forecast showed some snow Tuesday, which would make my little girl pretty happy.
Oh, no.
She is sad.
She's a white Christmas person.
She is. She just turned 13 yesterday. Yeah, well, now it's Wednesday. Now it's showing it for Wednesday, so there's not going to be no white Christmas. That's okay.
You could delay Christmas for
That would be fun. I want to get it done. It's fun. Christmas is good times.
Do you guys have dogs?
One dog.
What kind of dog?
He's a Boston Terrier.
Did you see these 3D shirts? I'm getting one from
No.
my son.
Do you have them up?
Yeah.
That's
For
awesome.
the dogs.
Oh my God! Look at it.
Yeah.
We have a Boston, so it kind of.
Oh, wait.
Oh, those are so cute. Oh my God. Those are awesome. Look at that squirrel.
I know, that looks cool. That's
This is the Cheshire Cat. Those are awesome. Oh, sorry.
What happened there?
I touch screened it.
Oh.
I touched it. Gotta go back.
I wonder if I can search for a Boston.
I bet they do have them. Because they're super,
popular.
yeah. It's a very trendy dog.
What color?
They're black and white. That's like a pit bull.
Yeah.
There's a Boston. That's a Boston. Well, they're saying it's a French bulldog. I don't know.
Okay.
They look very similar.
Okay.
But they have sticky up ears.
Okay.
Big ears.
Well, this one's got like,
He's got headphones on, so that's weird.
There you go.
Kind of weird.
But some of these.
You better order it soon if you.
No, I got one coming from
good.
Amazon there and stuff.
The squirrels are really fun.
Oh, they are. They are.
They're so cute.
They are. I think they're great.
Yeah, they're really cool.
I'd like to see them really what it looks like live.
Yeah, hopefully.
Does it really look
It's
3D
awesome,
or does
yeah.
the pictures just make it look like this?
Those are funny. The pig is cute. Aww. Pigs are cute. And the cow. I love them. Oh my God. What kind of dog did you get?
Husky.
Yeah. Oh, those are good dogs. They're very chatty. They like to talk.
Tom says they're the dumbest thing. You look in their eyes and there's nothing.
Oh.
And they're actually on the middle, if you look
They're
at
in the middle, right.
They are, middle.
Yeah.
And the smartest dog is?
The blue heeler,
No.
like the Australian Shepherd.
It's the, oh shoot.
What is the smartest dog?
It's the dog I got. It's,
What's he complaining
The
about?
smartest dog.
It's the,
Oh, you mean what kind?
What
I
breed?
assure you it's not a beagle.
Oh, no.
They might be on the
It's
dumbest.
not a Boston Terrier
No,
either,
no,
which is what I have. But they're not stupid, but they're not like a blue heeler. That's a smart dog. Or an Australian cattle dog. Those are real smart.
We were in
Border Collie.
That's the
smartest one.
same kind of, yeah. They're all the same basic dogs. They are so smart. My mom always said, have smart kids and dumb animals.
Oh, really?
Yes, that was her, because the smart animals cause a lot of trouble in the house. She's like, if they get bored, they're naughty.
Oh, no, that is true.
Yeah, you need to.
And that is one thing about a husky, boy. They get bored and they're done.
Oh,
That's what I tell you.
Oh, they're not?
They're in the 50%.
They're in the middle, right?
They're in the middle.
Right.
Dumb dogs.
I think they're dumb as shit.
Which ones?
Huskies.
Well, they pull sleds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go on a strike if
train
I.
them to do.
I'm not pulling
They're
sleds.
chatty. Them and beagles are loud.
We're
and
not going
talkative.
anywhere.
They are just, they want to get their point.
How about greyhounds? You throw a fake rabbit in front of them and they're up and running.
No thanks.
Mark?
I don't like those needle-nosed dogs.
No.
Yeah, we're going to bring them right back up. I got nothing.
I like the smushed face.
I like all dogs, but
I do too. I'm ranking them.
Bring Eric back up.
I can bring that husky in here and say, hey, this guy doesn't like you. He thinks you're dumb. But my son is taught him pretty good.
Aw.
We were
They're
in
definitely trainable.
Yeah.
Bubbles liquor store. It's this huge liquor store in Castrikes about 2 years ago. This dude comes walking in with the largest, what I thought was dog. It was a wolf.
Oh,
He said it was a 99% wolf
99%.
hybrid. This thing, it looked like something out of that werewolf movie.
That was his head. Was that high?
Yeah.
Oh my
But it was
God.
just, I mean, it was slick and it looked mean as shit.
Really?
yeah. You guys hit a home run.
Joe?
You guys hit a home run, man.
Joe?
On that video.
Hey, hold on, let me walk out of the studio.
And find out how you can get ahead of
People like it because it's
Text
Christmas.
money to 4848 now. And NV Real Estate
You
Academy.
know, Gigi, we're having a hard time giving away cars to people that they want cars, no check their background.
It's like, no, can't do it.
All these gifts are free.
Oh, that's bad.
Plus an opportunity to network with like-minded investors. Text money to 484848. That's money to 484848 to get your free wholesale kit now.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by Fix It 24/7.
If you're looking for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, Fix It's the place to call. And right now, they're doing that furnace tune-up and check for $39. The next 10 people, the day before that it was 20. Let's see, the day before today, and then it was 10. They gauge it to keep their crews busy because this is an extraordinary deal. It's just $39. And really, they disassemble it to the extent they can, including the blower motor, and they really clean it and lube it and adjust it, and it's like a refurbishing. If there are any problems, they will totally spell it out word for word, 100% price up front for any work. But you're not obligated to have work done. If you have the work done, or if they don't find any problems, they have a no breakdown guarantee. Why don't you call them? Just $39. And if they find something that's good, really, that you catch it, and you can depend on them. Fix It 24/7. FixMyHome.com. FixMyHome.com. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. So we had Eric call and say, you know, I worked for a guy. He paid me $600 cash the first week. Fine. But then, you know, I worked another 13 days, and he paid me by the hour. And he didn't pay me for any overtime, but I worked a lot of overtime. And we thought that sounded weird anyway, because Eric, is he calling you an independent contractor?
No, he didn't. He's always when I went to the interview, he said I'm an employee because he asked for my Social Security.
Okay.
And
so but the first time he paid you in cash, he didn't withhold anything or anything like that. But the second time he paid you, how'd he pay you? By cash?
He paid me in cash as well, but it was kind of odd to me, you know, and I thought something was fishy.
How much do you think you were shorted?
About $700.
Okay, Mark, you called these people?
Yep.
What do you think?
Well, what did I say?
You said within an hour.
It's done.
You got him his money?
Yeah, listen, man, you got to go down there. You got to bring that key down there. No more cops coming out. He kind of told me the story. So you show up with that key. You're going to sign something, say he paid in full, and he's going to pay you for those 33 hours overtime. Get down to that office today, and you're welcome.
Thank you very much, my man.
Hey, that's Merry Christmas, bro.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
All right. So let us know how it goes. That's great, Mark. Again, if you need help, that's what we do. If you add it up, people think I joke. I don't. Hundreds of millions of dollars.
And it's
in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services.
It's you can't even count it, though, because how many people just listen to the show and they don't buy that crappy used car without getting it checked out? We can't even calculate those numbers.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. On a bankruptcy question, and I hate these questions. I hate this question.
Okay.
When can I file for bankruptcy again if I filed a couple years ago?
Okay, well, from 7 to 7 is 8 years. Everybody thinks it's 7 for some reason, but it's 8 years.
So, from the discharge or filing?
From filing. Filing to filing.
Oh, Mark,
yep.
Did you know it's filing, not discharge? I thought it was from discharge.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so...
It's from filing.
So if you filed, literally, and it took you 3 years to get through it.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It goes from the filing date. From 7 to 13 is 4 years. From 13 to 7 is 6.
Why is it different?
I think 7, the barrier to 7 is higher because 13 is a repayment. It's just a different type of bankruptcy, so you can do it more often.
You know, I don't know if you have repeat customers, and I don't want you to give an opinion, but that truly would baffle me. I mean, it really, unless you literally are the victim of a fraud and were wiped out of every dollar you had. I mean, how could anyone not learn a lesson?
Well, you can't learn a lesson about getting sick and not having insurance.
Okay, I see what
I know a woman,
that's not a lesson. That's life. That's a systemic problem.
Something happened.
Yeah.
I know a woman 3 times. She's in her 60s now. She was a school teacher, but each time it happened like this. Bankruptcy, about a year later, the credit card companies would all give her brand new credit cards.
Well, and we got to put some blame on them,
How many
right?
times did she go bankrupt?
3 that I know of for sure.
Oh, come on, Mark.
Why are they giving you more credit after 2 bankruptcies? That's a problem, right? They do it because they make a ton of money off of you during the years you're using the credit and it's revolving interest. That's why.
So net,
they'll
they
admit
actually
it.
make money.
Yeah, they like people who have a taste for credit. That's what they call it.
Wow. James, what's happening? Hello, James.
Hi, Tom.
What's going on, man?
Hey, so I got a kind of what I'm assuming is a scam going on a pool table I'm selling on Craigslist.
If you're selling it on Craigslist, there's probably a 90% chance that it's a scam. People use it, and it works, Craigslist, but there are more scams than legit things going on.
Yeah, and I read some of the stuff where this seems to fit the bill because this person's out of state, and they want to buy it at my price, $50 extra if I hold it and take the ad down. And she said she'll FedEx me a check, which I got a check this morning. And it's weird because...
Now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How much was this you're selling this for?
Okay, $1,800 for the table.
And she wants to do what?
She sent me a check which covers a mover.
Yeah, it's totally a scam.
It's
totally
like old school scam.
So how much is it again?
So $1,800.
No, I mean the check.
The check came for $3,900.99, $3,900.
And now, what are you supposed to do? What are her instructions?
Take it to the bank.
Yep. Then what?
Or she wanted me to I don't know, because I'm supposed to pay a mover out of this thing. It looks.
No, I understand. Yeah. She wants you to take it to the bank and do what? What did she say to do? I need to know the rest.
It.
Yes. Then what?
And then when it clears, let her know.
Okay. See, here's the problem.
Okay.
When does it clear?
Right.
Well, what do you think? I want to know what you think.
I'm hesitant to even take it any further.
Here's the thing. She wants to pay you $2,100 more, right?
Yep, this covers a mover.
Does it make sense that you would pay a mover more than the pool table's worth?
And that doesn't make any sense that I would.
Do you have her phone number?
No, I do. Actually, I have it. She sent me a text.
Okay.
And it came from an area code out of Macon, Georgia. Now this morning I got one from her, which is when I Googled that. Area
tell
code,
her
it's Toledo, Ohio.
But let me explain something.
Okay.
Checks never clear.
Right.
Okay, honest to God. Now, hold on. There's an exception. Okay. There's an exception. If you meet the person who has the account and they can eyeball them at the bank and verify it, and you're there, then you can cash the check. But here's what can happen. First and foremost, even if it's a cashier's check, no matter what kind of check, it's not cleared in 21 days. Everyone says it is. It is not.
Oh.
Okay? It's not. In 21, and that's why she's saying, I'll just wait. In 21 days, even if it is cleared through the ACH, the Automated Clearinghouse, even if that's done, if it turns out to be fraud, it can be clawed back up to 7 years, okay?
Oh, gotcha.
All right, now, here's the other thing. If it is misdirected because of a bad routing number, which she could have done on purpose, then the check will go to a dead file, and they investigate those. It's almost like by hand. So that could go 6 months. So if she says, wait 3 months, it doesn't matter. She's playing the odds that in 3 months they will not get out of the dead file, and you will assume it is a good check. So checks are never, ever safe, ever, not with today's technology. Never safe, ever.
So
even if they clear it right there on that Check 21 machine. They call it Check 21. I don't know why. I think because it used to take 21 days, they thought. So it clears it through the Automated Clearinghouse. But it does not remove the fraud aspect, and you're not going to wait 7 years. It's just not real money. That's it.
Got you. Let me throw one other thing in at you.
And if you have an ACH done, let me explain this.
Okay.
Then you give them the keys to your account. So you would have to open up a separate account at a separate bank.
Gotcha.
Now, if you open a separate account at a separate bank and put an and accept an ACH into that account, once that ACH comes through, you withdraw the money and go to your other bank and your other account. You can't even use the same bank because banks consider all of your accounts the same when it comes to settling.
Right.
So you can't use the same bank. So that's how you do it.
Bottom line,
yes.
The scam here is they want me to deposit this check, and then it's going to go bad for me.
Well, it's going to go bad after you pay someone to move it, and that person you're paying to move, that's the scam, to get the extra money from you.
Yes.
That is, but even though you've heard about this 1,000 times,
yes.
You're thinking, well, maybe it is real, right? Because you're thinking, who could really do this, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and it happens all the time. That's why I would love to contact this woman and me directly and pretend, but you can only text.
I have a text, so that's attached to a phone number.
Okay,
right?
well, can you give us the phone number?
I do. I have it.
All right, hold on. Suzanne, get the phone number. 303-713-TALK. We'll get that phone number and do something about it. Speaking of scams, be very careful of investment scams. Really careful, because a lot of people get hooked by this one scam. It's called a promissory note scam. They claim to be investing in notes, promissory notes. So they say, doctors and lawyers, they need money, right? And so we loan them money. And if you contribute to that fund, we share the return with you. And it's called a promissory note scam. So they give you a promissory note in writing, and it looks legit. And you pay. And they even send you a few interest payments so you can get your buddies all interested. And it's like a Ponzi scheme or a Madoff scheme. You end up losing everything. So, that's why legit investments aren't get rich quick. If they are, you got to look at them and say, what is the catch? I love promoting Become the Banker because it is just so logical. The insurance companies have been around 125 years. I've known Joe Chiano for 30 years. You just buy a whole life policy. You own a whole life insurance policy by a reputable company, but the purpose is not to buy life insurance. In America, if you own life insurance, the government allows you to put money into that policy to grow tax-free. It is one of the few tax havens left. That money grows tax-free. That's it. There's no magic. And then during retirement, the idea is to borrow that money out of the policy and never pay it back. It supplements your retirement. That's it. Okay? And the interest is guaranteed. Now, other people use it additionally. They borrow from it during their life and pay themselves back and even build up more money by paying themselves exaggerated interest. However you use it, it's safe. BecomeTheBanker.info.
You'll never be able to call the numbers you get.
This report is sponsored by
Of course.
Strictly
a text message, of course.
Text from Tom Macchio. I assume you got that.
He lost his leg. Somebody told me he saved it.
I thought they, as of last week, they thought they were saving it. I'm on social media, so it was a back and forth, and
it has to be.
that he lost his leg. Mark thinks we need to do something, like mention his GoFundMe or something.
Well, Mark,
remember,
did you see how terrible he lost it way up there?
I think they did that.
For prosthesis.
I think they do that for the prosthetic.
Of course they do.
That's what I mean. I think they could have cut it down here or
Oh,
something.
no, you have prosthetics down there.
Do they really?
Yes.
He was missing some of his femur.
He's a car guy.
Oh my God, it was such a terrible, terrible, terrible thing.
And he, in the picture, he's like,
How's your kid?
I was shocked.
How old is she?
You know what he's on, for God's sake?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, here's what I want to ask you guys. Do you remember when he was laying there with his leg half off? Do you think they literally had a nerve block in? Because, I mean, you couldn't lift, no pain pill in the world. So he was literally, that's a block. It's called spinal. Don't you think
They had to have.
I mean, there's no way.
Or else he'd be screaming.
You know, they're piling everything on there.
Because you can't shut down all pain.
We should do, I don't know what we do for him. Help him with this prosthetic. I
Is he
don't
going
know.
to stay in business?
I know.
I have no idea. He was kind of the, he was, I know, he was the brains, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, he could still be the brains if he's got a good
I wonder if he had any kind of supplemental insurance. Probably not.
Isn't it weird
Like
how
Aflac.
I was like,
me for his medical bills.
No, for his prosthetic.
is he
Yeah.
a sophomore?
Why, they won't cover it?
I don't know how that works, man. Maybe they only cover the cheapy cheap. I don't know. The wooden leg.
Well, you said 16. Addie's 16. She'll be
Algebra
17 in
2.
April. She's a junior. I don't think that's fine.
Right. Well, it's Algebra 2 normal. I think it might be.
No idea.
I don't know.
No, he's an old financial guy, and I believe him when he says anytime he sees a spreadsheet, he's on it. I definitely, I dig, man. I'm like that.
Wow.
She like her dad like that.
That's awesome.
Good. No structured learning. No. For some of the majors.
Yeah.
I got
Oh, shit,
it.
I said I told this guy to call.
Dang.
Are you going to call that Craigslist number? I'm holding the caller for it, Tom. Are you going to call it?
You can't, nothing will come through.
How do you know?
Because I told Dan that a second ago.
I told you.
Now, if someone does come through, Dan said it.
I think we ought to buy you a lunch.
Man, this is no win.
You ought to buy me
Tough
lunch.
room.
Okay, so if you're right, you're going to buy me lunch.
Call the Raleigh House today.
I'll buy you lunch. Yeah, go ahead. If I'm right, go ahead. You get through. Go ahead.
720-89.
Hey, it's Mark again.
We'll have to go back and read it.
Yeah, I did talk to him. I told him he's got to bring the key down. He has to sign something saying paid in full, and he's got to do it at the office today. That's exactly what I
Judy, Clint's wife, says
What's that?
Substance abuse. No more
he's
excuses.
pretty well
He said
knocked
he's going to do
out.
it. Yeah,
The
that's what he
surgeons are
said.
looking
I said,
now at
I also
removing the
told him,
gallbladder.
I told him this on air. I also told him, listen,
I'm texting
don't,
Judy.
don't start yelling, no cops, no nothing, not like last time. That's what I told him.
So I was going to ask him what happened because he had said that. What was the cops stuff?
And that's why it's important to be reminded.
No. Eric,
Yeah, we're good. If there's any issue, let me know. You got my number.
That you haven't paid brings a copy.
We're on, so you know too, we're on, if you, in Denver, we're on 630 KHW, so AM 630. You can listen to the show anytime, man. We're on 10 to 1 every day.
Some of the lowest rates
Monday through Friday.
You're welcome, bye. Here's the deal with that guy. Here's what I knew instantly.
What the heck is going on?
Once I knew which place, and it's the Denver, what's it called? The apartments at Denver Place. These are
they're not.
These are real deal apartments.
Yeah.
So they have security in the front and stuff, and I figured this company has nothing to do with them, and I was right. They do security for a lot of nice places. So the second I started bringing up different things, man, boom, boom, boom. But this guy caused a scene at Denver Place.
Trying to get paid.
To where some of the actual employees at Denver Place, no, nothing to do with that. Had to call the cops. So, but he did have, the guy did acknowledge he had overtime, but he caused so much damn grief,
that he was
almost
like,
lost
I
the
don't
contract
wanna,
to it.
Yeah.
He didn't, I said, well, you better think twice on your bad decision here.
Yeah, this is different from that.
It's different, you're right.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, let's talk about your life. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center can make your life better if you have tinnitus. And if you have tinnitus, please call them. They're good people, and they care about you. They do free test drives on hearing aids. Now, you have to pay for an evaluation, but you need that no matter where you go. In fact, be very wary of places that won't do full medical evaluations on your ears. Clarkson and Hamden is their location. It's a new facility. There's a two-story building there, and Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center moved there during the year. It's beautiful. 303-534-0163. 303-534-0163. They have treatments that can treat and help you with some tinnitus and eradicate others. So call for details. 303-534-0163. Okay, we have a phone number from Craigslist, this one. Now, it may not be a callable number. Mark said there are numbers that just text Mark. Is that right?
Well, if that's correct, yes, I did say that. So go ahead and dial it up.
They just, in other words, they're just
they're fake numbers. Yeah, I mean, no one's going to answer them.
Okay, James, did she identify her name?
Yeah, she did. I Googled it and it didn't.
What's her name?
Okay, so it says Lara, L-A-R-A.
Okay, let's just call Lara and see.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll come up. Let's just see.
Talking to me.
No, we're just doing it right now. Yeah, we can't even dial that number. We can't even, they're not even letting us dial that number.
Sure. And
so,
this is the second number that I got a text from her on, and the other one was they're in different states.
Please play along, though, as long as you can, please. I want you to. So text, and then I want to, do you have time to do this or not?
I do, and what I want to do is maybe get Suzanne all the emails and the texts that I've received so you can look at them. The weird thing is I got a check this morning, like I told you, but it's made out from a company called Colorado Custom Decks, which I looked it up.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
What do you mean? You got a check and it's from Colorado Custom Decks?
In Colorado Springs. And I Googled that company. They're a legitimate company.
No, so somebody's drawn on their account?
Yeah. I was
This happens all the time. Then when the fraud comes is when everything reverses.
We ought to call Colorado Custom Decks. So, Suzanne, let's get on that. Let's call Colorado Custom Decks and then describe the check to them. Let's get a picture of it. Man, see, someone got the ACH and the routing number and made a check.
Yeah, you write a check to anybody. All the information that you need to steal from them is right there. It's just
no one
fact.
should ever use a check, ever.
We got it.
I pay nothing by check, nothing, except if I know someone.
Right.
Like, and they help me do something, and I will write them a check. But even that, I mean, if that person wanted to use it against...
We had checks stolen TSN, man. They walked into the bank, they cashed 2 checks with phony baloney, printed at home checks.
Right. So, James, Suzanne's going to get the information. Okay, Mark, welcome to the show. You're on with Tom Martino. Mark Major at GG Wink from Wink and Wink. Go ahead. Mark.
Hello?
Hey, what's happening?
I apologize. I wasn't quite sure I was the correct mark. It isn't a question, and your pre-callers are wonderful. Is there anybody out there?
Yeah.
So we had Xfinity, we had Comcast. The bill goes up, and all this cutting the cord. Is there anybody out there that will come it's like I can get a financial consultant.
My God, what's your question, man?
No, I know what he wants. He wants a consultant.
Is there anybody that can really just
help you?
Help us just say, this is what you watch. This is the best packages.
Do you know what, Mark? You know what, Mark? This is really, really an important question. Because you are, and no, wait, Mark, he is saying, I know what his question is, and I'll tell you in a second. He is saying in every walk of life, financial, automobiles, different walks of life, you have consultants that will help you make decisions. Insurance brokers, people will say, well, do this, do that. And he says, he's talking about a technology consultant. And you know what? There should be people that can help people, because there are many people who need help with broadband, even setting up social media for themselves, Netflix and all of these other services, which is best. And in your circumstance, Mark, this would be best. In another circumstance, this would be best. Should you use broadband? Should you use this? Should you use that? Should you use wireless? Mark, why are you shaking your head? You don't see that that would be a useful service for people?
Still have no idea what his question is.
Consultant.
It says channels. Had to watch three channels.
Mark, don't look at the call screener. That doesn't tell you what he's calling about. He just said he wants a technology consultant. I heard it.
Well, he's got one. What's the question?
I don't think you're stupid, but
no, Mark, I agree.
It's nothing to do with stupid.
No, I agree with you.
You're paying $250.
You know what?
And we watch 3 hours of TV a month.
I think it's a great idea. So here's what I want to do. As Mark said, you got someone who knows what they're doing, and that's me, even more than him. And when it comes to this, because if anyone knows TV services,
I got to give him that, man. He's got them and knows them.
No, but seriously, if you tell us what you want, we can really help you. We really can. I mean, why not help you directly? We will. Okay, so tell us, what do you watch and what do you need?
Okay, I love college football.
Okay,
but it's gone in a month. And I.
But you do. But
so I like MBS or C. And then, but
the locals.
They'll stream from. But you can stream everything.
Yeah. You don't need any antenna. You don't need any cable. All you need is broadband.
So what's your gut say?
Broadband for this guy, and then he gets the apps he needs.
Do you have broadband?
Well, gosh, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Who's your broadband provider?
Xfinity, and the cable went through, we did the Costco dish, which I love. 6 months into it, it went from 80 to 140, which is.
Well, you should never. I don't know why you would pay for a dish.
They give you a discount the first 6 months.
Yeah. No. No, it said 12 months, but.
But if you have broadband service through Xfinity, you have really good broadband service. Now, what you need to do is you need to maximize that by getting a hub, which will help you capture all of the services for your apps.
Yeah.
So in order to get the apps, you need a hub, and that hub helps you download them, and it keeps track of them. And like a Google Chrome is one. Another one, I don't know if it's called
Roku.
Chrome. Roku is another. Amazon Fire Stick
TV.
Or Fire, whatever. So what do you have? Do you have even a smart TV is good, but they are limited. Yeah. What do you have to provide apps?
We've got smart TVs all throughout the house. I recently I cycled, so I bought a smart trainer, and I bought Apple. What's the Apple thing?
I just think you might even have too much. But anyway,
I've got a great idea for him.
So I just need somebody to just come to the house and say.
You don't need anybody to come to your house.
It's not, and part of it is we just pay it.
Hulu. Here's why I say it.
But Hulu
he
wants more than
Hulu Plus Lives now is $39 a month. You get all the locals, you get the sports stations, you get FX, you get FS1, CNN, Fox, you get everything live in one place to go for 39 smackers.
But now you have to add the 39 to your broadband.
That's right, but you're subtracting whatever outrageous amount he's paying for that dish.
Okay, Mark, he needs someone who would help him. We're going to find someone to help him. So take his name and number. I'm sure, and we'll check out people, but there is no service. But I'm sure we can find some young whippersnapper that would be happy to help you. And
Deputy Dan.
And we will, really, we'll help you, okay? So we'll find someone. 303-713-TALK.
Let's see here, 2 carriers. I thought Hulu was like $6 a month.
No, that's for just the app. He's talking about Hulu Live.
Okay.
Yeah, Hulu Live is $39 now. You can add Showtime, HBO, but for $39 you get everything. That's what I'm cutting to. And you don't have to. Have you ever launched apps like? You don't have to launch 20 different apps. You just launch Hulu.
Okay. But you get. Okay.
Here, look. Here's everything you get.
So yeah, but the thing about it, if you got HBO in there, you can only get their programs on at the time that they're playing.
No. You get all the on-demand stuff too.
Oh, okay.
It's everything.
Okay.
Here's all the lives you get.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Now, you've heard me talk a lot
Oh,
about
this one's View. This is the Sony PlayStation one. Sony does the same thing. You don't even have to have a PlayStation. You just download View. But Hulu's got way more channels, man. Look. Hulu, Live.
So you don't even do Netflix?
Well, you could. Netflix wouldn't. No, you'd still have to pay for Netflix.
Right, I know. Well, I understand it.
Yeah.
Would that be? See, I got Prime and Netflix, and
What do you mean Prime?
Amazon.
Oh yeah, I got that too, just because I have Prime. Actually, there's a
Prime. What do you mean Prime?
Prime TV. Look, here's all the locals. So you get 7, 4, Fox, 9, whatever the Denver channel is. Here's all these other channels you get. And then here's FX, TLC.
But how much? This is $39 though.
This is $39. These are all live though.
Right.
And then here's all the sports channels. He's going to get all the actually one.
ESPN.
Yeah, he gets all 4 ESPNs, and then you can add on everything here.
So I got a question for you. I mean, he brings up a good thing. It's like, say, tell me what 5 megabytes per second is going to get me. Will I be able to stream?
Depends how many TVs. You, just the one TV. Yeah, fuck yeah, you're fine.
So I'm
getting your French.
So Ting is coming through. I'm getting Ting. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a new cable service. So you can get 5 megabytes for $20 a month.
What's it come through?
They laid all fiber optic through our neighborhood.
Oh, and it's only $20.
Now, if you want, there's only 2 plans. It's either 5 megabytes or 80
We have a
megabytes.
referral member who does that, Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
He's on
100
hold.
megabytes.
Oh, cool. What is it?
It's $80 or $20.
What's the 80 get?
100 megabytes a second.
Up
and down.
But you
Up and down.
can update anytime you want, right?
Right.
5 megabytes to stream with one TV is not going to be any issue.
That's what
Are we going to Hulu after our contract's up?
Oh, I can't wait for that stupid dish contract.
I was so done.
It's so expensive.
I gotta see.
It's a rip-off.
And then just a regular antenna?
And all we watch is either news stations or locals when it comes to that. Usually we're watching
We don't even
on
watch
demand.
that anymore.
I
We only watch the news when there's a snowstorm coming.
I have no idea why in my condo I have anything more than broadband.
You want Hulu Live and broadband, dude. That Hulu Live for $39.
Except I think I just talked to myself. I think I just had them lower the bill and I extended it.
We did. I helped you with that.
The condo.
Yeah, I did. We lowered it. Oh, no. I'm thinking of your damn AT&T. Remember, you have free live channels on your AT&T phone now.
But I can't put that to the. No. How do I get it to the TV? I can't.
Well, you can, but it's a pain in the ass. I got an adapter from mine that goes right out of here to HDMI.
Mine can AirPlay on Apple TV.
Yeah, I can either Samsung, but there's a cable made for mine. When we're in a hotel, I pull up Netflix or Hulu on here, and the cable goes right in, and I can charge it at the same time.
That's
Congresswoman to get to stop the Trump.
No, it's awesome, man. I mean, really, this whole thing is our entertainment center whenever we're anywhere.
There's a lot of celebrity endorsements in town telling you who you should call for your next home loan.
I was shocked by how good that Hulu Live is, though. For $39, man, you get all the locals and all the
They talk
basics.
about ideal home loans. It's because they picked up the phone and called us for their.
Dan got new high speed in his neighborhood, $20 a month for 5 megs now. That's dirt cheap.
Ting, you heard Ting? It's brand new and stuff.
They ran fiber into everybody. So where did they run? How did they come into your house?
Who ran fiber?
Ting.
What's Ting?
That's a new company. So they go into a neighborhood, they run fiber literally everywhere.
Oh, that's got to be outrageous.
outrageous. Website
No,
filling out-
there's two, they have two plans, and it's month to month.
Most people are on
5 megabytes is $20. 100 megabytes, that's the only two plans, 5 and 100 is $80.
Is the website. GoCamSolar.com.
And that's up and down. What's that?
If you, well, here's where they kill you. If you have more than 3 TVs streaming at one time, it's not going to work on 5, so you're forced to buy the 100. But in his case, it doesn't matter, because he's a lonely old guy.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
The Hormone Bros will get you in shape. BioT. I have a BioT implant due today. Yep. Uh-oh. Sore butt. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, they're pellets like the size of a rice grain that are implanted in your buttocks cheek. Really. I'm just going to tell you. And it's not painful. Of course, they give you a little local. And it secretes testosterone and estrogen naturally. The more you work out, the more you get. And it really optimizes your hormones so you feel better. Now, these guys will tell you, I've been like dragging butt these last few weeks, a day or a couple of weeks, and I said, I think I'm getting something. And then I realized, I looked on the calendar, I'm a month overdue on this. And that's how, I mean, seriously, that's how much of a difference balancing your hormones do. They have other treatments, too, for your face. They have fillers. They have, you know, and I say fillers, but, you know, they do it in a really good way. They have thread lifts. They also have natural collagen stimulation through microneedling, which help you fill your face and it doesn't go away. So anyway, why don't you find out more about them? They're at 470 and Ken Carroll. And that is thehormonebros.com. I say that because there are 3 brothers who run this clinic and are practitioners.
Super
the
good guys.
Yeah, thehormonebros.com. Charlie Dunham is on my referral list. He's calling in on a call he heard, and he does Colorado Computers, which, by the way, I've used personally, and he's he's extraordinary. So, Charlie, you go house to house, business to business. That's your business model. But you're calling about this guy who needs consultations for his technology. Is that right? What can you do? What can you do for him?
Well, I quite often have customers asking almost the exact same question that he was asking, was how do I cut ties and get away from the expensive cable and expensive dish? And I think, like you guys already pointed out, you need some sort of a hub, like a Roku or a smart TV, and then you just load up the apps. And in fact, my wife and I have tried to go through this as well. And our problem is our situation of where our house is in relation to the digital transmission, the over the airwaves transmission. We couldn't receive some of the local channels, so we haven't been able to cut yet. But there are a lot of good services out there. YouTube TV is a good one. Hulu, I think Mark mentioned.
So do you go, if someone calls you, Charlie, would you go in and consult them at their overall technology picture?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so what would a house call cost for that?
It'd probably be about $80, about half an hour. We'd go in, or I'd go in and just kind of discuss with them what TV, what kind of technology.
What if they wanted you? What if they wanted you to just set everything up and just get it all started? Is it by the hour or what?
Yeah, the way that we charge, we break the hour into 15-minute increments, and it's $40 per 15-minute increments, and kind of just however long it takes. But most of the time, it doesn't take very long to set these things up.
No, I know, and I know what you've done for me. Let's talk and see this. Hey, Mark, did you hear this guy, Charlie, on my referral list, what he does?
He explained what I wanted to do. It's not money. It's not education. But, you don't be stupid, but yeah.
I mean,
tell me.
We ought to set him up.
Pardon me?
We ought to set him up for a house call with you, and we ought to see how this goes. I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to answer that right now, but we'll say we can vouch for Charlie Dunham at Colorado Computers because we've done the background checks, and of course we monitor all of our people. So thank you, Charlie, for calling in, and see if Mark wants that. And what does Charles mean about a black box TV service, Charles? What are you talking about, sir?
There's this cable, it's called Black Box Service. It's a black box. Somebody tried to give me a card, said he's doing Black Box, and I have several people mention it.
What is it?
Pull it up on Google. it's something to do with like cable, but it's a black box. It's all it's received stuff, and you pay for the box. And I was wondering if Mark knew any more about it. But
do you need a broadband for that?
I'm not sure. That's why
you definitely need broadband. Basically,
Mark, what is it? A hub?
Yeah, it is a hub. It connects you with a bunch of bootleg channels, to say it the best.
Is it really? I mean,
yeah, but it changes. The only problem is, well, first of all, it's illegal in most cases. But the technology problem, if you will, is things change. So you got to go out and find a new valid stream when one drops off. So God help you, you're watching a live football game on NFL Red Zone or something, and it drops off. Not that I'd know.
But it bootlegs.
Yeah,
so
it's all bootleg.
I'm telling you, man. Years ago, some guy showed me this card that got satellites and open satellite channel.
Every channel, every state, everywhere, everything.
And there was a big debate as to whether that's illegal because there was nothing. Some prosecutors failed to. They wouldn't prosecute because they said, "Wait, what's going on here?" Those are on the air, on the satellites, and this guy figured out a way to decipher them and get them. And that technology he's using is his own, to decipher. Now, if you don't like the fact that he can decipher it, that's because your algorithm for all of the scrambling is off. No, seriously. I mean, what was illegal about that, really, when you think about it? Then the people said, well, they're messing with our satellite receiver because our satellite receiver was designed for a certain card, and they put in a different card. And I don't even know if that would hold up truly under intellectual property or copyrights. So it was a real big mess. And then, of course, I don't know. I mean, things got so cheap, people stopped hacking.
Well, and now the problem is, like you said, the encryption. I mean, it probably costs more to counterfeit it than buy it.
Mark gave me something for Christmas that I travel with that is like the most incredible thing.
What is it?
You don't remember. It's a hub, and it's the size of a packet of cigarettes. And that a little thinner, and it's a hub. So what you do is you plug it into broadband. But no, you don't even have to plug it into broadband. It will get wireless broadband, and then it has all your apps on there. So if you pull up Netflix, this little box projects a picture onto the wall.
Yeah, that's right. It's also
you don't need a
75-inch screen.
You do not need a TV. I can go to a hotel room, and on the ceiling, I can have the biggest TV in the world with any service I want using their wireless broadband, and you got it's great.
I forgot about that.
Oh, they're cool, man. I couldn't even find one since because I thought it would make a good gift for people. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Stuart wants to know what to do before selling a house. Man, is that an important question. It really is. Maybe we can get Frank Duran on, too. He knows what makes houses sell.
Staging.
And then Pat has another Craigslist scam, and I will call this person. We'll try the number, all right? First, I want to tell you about CentryRV.com. That's CENTURY. 2 locations in Colorado. One up north at the 119 turnoff to Longmont, and the other one west of the city in Lakewood, just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims. Here's what you remember about Century RV. Savings, internet pricing in person. Go see the RVs you want. It's a fun thing to do. You know what? And they're right in your backyard. People come from all over the country. 303-453-1111. Century RV.
Hey, Tom, remember that Reed Jenkins and stuff for that scam? We never did it yesterday.
Sponsored by
That was the older guy and stuff that his son was getting
we tried
we were going to do yesterday, but we were going to use Clint, remember? And then Clint didn't show up yesterday. We used him to be the old guy. So he called this morning and said, hey, what's going on?
So what did the guy say they tried to contact him?
I didn't talk to him this morning. He just left a message and stuff. But do we want to try to hit him, and who's going to be him or what? Mark will be. Mark can maybe talk like him.
Clouds and 41 with your traffic and weather. I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30.
No, we have to do something.
License 468 acre expansion.
Well, we got we got his information. It was Chad, the fake lawyer, and he negotiated him down to $9,000. That Reed Jensen's, the guy with the scam, with the kid in jail and everything.
Oh yeah.
He had called this morning because we were going to use Clint yesterday to talk like the guy. So maybe you could. I mean, you sound kind of like yeah, you sound like that. Yes.
Is brought to you by Sleep Number.
Wait, yes?
So it is perfect for both you and your partner. Experience the Sleep Number bed exclusively.
I can play the slow adult.
So who'd you?
Some people would say it wouldn't be hard.
I don't see a difference.
Are you method acting? Are you into that role?
Where'd you get the complaint on Facebook?
What complaint?
You said is Facebook wanted.
Suzanne, hers on her laptop's locked up. Let me see if this one's working.
Decide to hire John Fuller, no payment required unless he collects for you. Call now, 303-597-4500.
Let's see, bro.
Before your rights expire.
Dan's just making trouble.
We'll see.
597-4500.
If you've ever bought office furniture, you know how expensive and
You might have shitty Wi-Fi in there.
There
It is, it's working. It's fine even on my monitor, so you know. Maybe you got to reboot that laptop.
Everything for offices is your very best source. Chairs, desks, cubicles, and more, and they will design your office layout for free. They're beautiful.
I would have done a good surf. Well, I can't surf. Outside of the actual surfing part, I can pull it off.
I could do the talking. I could wear their sandals.
Pass me the joint, man.
You could do outrigger canoeing. You don't need to surf to do that.
Does someone paddle for you?
No.
If you guys are in California, you should have went to Venice Beach. Cause, see, Gigi said that. How many times have you been? Well, you lived down there.
That's where I went to undergrad.
It is
in LA, USC.
It is the best place to go.
We're going to the
super
Fort
fun.
in the 19th.
Suzanne, I don't see personal.
No. It's in like Inglewood or something.
I don't see Colorado Springs personal endorsements on here.
I don't think it's in a great neighborhood.
The Forum. We're Ubering to the Forum.
Yeah. You can
Are
Uber
you
somewhere fun.
It's the iHeart Alter Ego concert. Or festival.
Oh, the Forum. That's where the Raiders used to play.
I don't
know.
see
The Raiders played at the Coliseum. That's on USC's campus.
I'm pretty sure you get mugged going there.
Yes.
It's in Inglewood.
It's
Yeah.
a bad part.
The Forum's in a terrible place.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Ever talk to someone who's always timeshare?
So I'm going to have to hire a big Uber driver.
You'll be fine.
I'm going to pack,
I'm
man.
just saying, I don't think you're going to, see us go party in the neighborhood.
There you go.
I grew up in Philly, man. Veterans Stadium was a wild ride to show up to.
Get me in trouble, Suzanne?
You should be in trouble. Let me just you should be. I don't even know what, but you're in trouble.
What kind of wings are you going to be making?
Ooh.
See, where am I getting those catered from? Oh.
I was shocked. We're having just our cul-de-sac over. We do it every year. And usually everybody just brings different apps. So frozen quiche or whatever.
Yep.
So she's actually making real wings, her own chicken wings.
That's what we do. We're doing that Saturday for Carly's birthday.
She loves making.
Mike makes the best wing sauce. The best.
She'll make 4 different kinds.
Yeah, he will too, but his standard,
We'll have to have a wing off.
oh my God.
Suzanne versus
so
Mike.
good. Yes, that would be fun.
We had a rib off one time.
Hey,
This guy
Mark,
boiled
there's a
his rib.
sizzler. There's a sizzler on the corner where the Forum is.
Ooh.
Boy, if there was a country buffet, we'd have everywhere.
If you have Denny's,
And if there was a Denny's, we're staying at the La Quinta.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Do we have Frank Duran, the real estate man, around?
He hasn't answered me yet, Tom.
Okay. We will get to you, Stuart. There's a lot of good stuff we can give to you. Pat's got another scam, she says. What is this one, Pat?
Yeah, Tom, I'm kind of a Craigslist junkie, so I've been, they've tried to scam me whether I'm buying something or selling something. One of the biggest ones that you have to be careful of is when you're buying on Craigslist, if it's too good to be true, and they're asking you to send them a deposit. So you call up, there's a 58 Chrysler on there for $4,000, it's worth 8 or 10. They get people to call and please hold the car for me. Well, I can't do that unless you send me a deposit. Western Union me $500, and I'll hold the car for you. They get people like that all the time. And then the other one is when you're selling something like I was last week, you got a pantry or a hutch on there, and I listed a hutch for $50. And so this, and you can always tell the scam emails are always a little suspicious, or the scam text, they'll text you. And for whatever reason, they want you to call them. Even though you say, you know, call me or text me or give me your info, they won't do it. They'll keep texting you back, call me. So anyway, and the names are always a little weird. Like, so this hutch that I'm selling, a Stephanie Sojourn, she keeps texting me, please call me, and the number is 615.
Well, hold on, don't give it out yet, because I want to call it. I don't want everyone calling. But
oh yeah.
But
actually,
hold on.
I gave it to you.
How do you know?
Your assistant.
Yeah, but just because it sounds weird, did she make a scam offer like I want to send you more or anything?
No. That's why I haven't done it, because they're very savvy. You have to be careful. They're really savvy.
Yeah, but I can't. Here's the thing. The only way I can call someone cold on the air is if it's just an out-and-out scam and we're positive. In other words, these people, because they're not going to, complain to the FCC about being ripped off because they are scammers. They're breaking the law. So I'll go after criminals, and I'll use every tool in my arsenal. We don't know that this Stephanie is a criminal. We don't even know that she's trying to scam you. You haven't even called her. Why don't you call and ask, why'd you pick that one out?
Because I know these scams by now. Trust me, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but all she said was, what? I'm interested in buying what you have?
She said, I'm interested in your hutch. Please call me. And then she wrote back, is it still available? I said, yes. Okay, please call me. And I said, please text me or call me. And then she sent back another canned email.
I'm going to call her. I'm going to call her and tell her I have the hutch then. Why don't I just do it? But I'm not going to do it live because we can't. We can't do it live because I don't know. She just might be looking for a hutch. So, will you do it first?
I'll call from your phone.
No, we can call from here. Call from an office.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But just call and say, off the air, it's my father has it, and then see what she says. And if you think it's a scam, then we'll call live. So you want to do that?
Yes, sir.
The number's on the screen there. All right, that's what we'll do. Now, what are we doing with the real estate guy? He hung up.
He hung up, Tom.
All right, fine. He wanted to know how to stage a house, and I know what Frank's going to say. There are some things you have to do, and I'll give you those tips, okay? I will. We'll do that anyway. But first, Ernest. Ernest, I'm almost positive this is a scam. Not almost. I am positive. It's a grant, right? No one calls to give away grants ever. So what did they tell you? What did they tell you?
They just said it was like a recording.
Yeah, and what did they say?
They just said you qualify for a grant of $9,000.
And what did they say the grant is for?
They didn't say. They said they just left a number for me to call them back.
And did you call back?
No, I didn't.
Okay. What do you think, Mark? Should we call?
I mean, a grant, it's just another scam. They're
I know.
unending.
Listening to you guys, it's like you say how dangerous checks are. Your phone is almost just as dangerous.
Hold on, Ernest. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Nope, another uncallable number. So, wait a minute. Why is it uncallable? Hold on.
Did you dial 9 or whatever?
9, and then you have to dial 1. 1, 3, 4.
Remember when you used to have to go like this?
Okay. For some reason, it's this phone system. I think it sometimes. What happens is it's not programmed to take certain. It wasn't that the case one time, or have you not?
I think it ranks right up there with our Windows 95 computers.
You know what? For some reason, Ernest, this phone number 346, I can't dial it.
Yeah.
And
this was a couple of days ago, so maybe they switched the numbers.
But thank you for the number. What we'll do is we'll keep it here. And
is he the snow window guy, Ernest?
No.
Okay.
No, that's someone else. Why is it we can't call certain numbers?
Okay. Maybe they're a pay number, so it won't let us call anything that's a pay.
No. Well, anyway, you're going to do that other one. Willie, what's going on? Willie, what's happening?
Yes, I'm just calling and see. I told you about a couple of weeks ago about my 2 sons dying.
Oh, yeah.
And cancer, and I was just
And you need, okay, your 2 sons died, and you have their cremated remains, and you wanted to find burial plots. Is that right?
Well, yes, finances to bury them over in the valley, over in
San Luis Valley. I remember I told you I would make arrangements if you wanted to scatter their ashes over there, the San Luis Valley. If you need cemetery plots, do you have the plots already in mind?
Yes, over there is pretty reasonable, and that's why they wanted to be buried by my parents.
So how much is it going to be to totally bury them?
I'd say about $1,200, $12 to $1,300, something like that.
For both?
For both, yes. That's paying for the backhoe to dig the hole and
as I remember, we were going to help you with a GoFundMe because we don't have funds to help like this in these circumstances. But does anyone have any ideas? Willie, for $1,200 to help bury his son's ashes and remains. I mean, this is something that we can put the word out. Weren't we going to help him with a GoFundMe? Here's what we'll do. We'll figure out here what needs to be done, or how much, or where we can do it, and we'll at least stay in touch. Hold on.
Do you have scalp psoriasis?
Okay, this is one of those impossible ones. We don't have $1,200 to give the guy.
I don't know what she does.
What?
So I'll bet you it's all freeway money.
He needs to do a GoFundMe. And he needs to find somebody to do a GoFundMe. We can't.
And people like helping live people. I mean, I hate to say
burying that is just like, that's a waste for us. I mean, we can't give that money away to bury somebody.
And they're just ashes.
If you have ashes, you can just keep them.
Keep them.
Or scatter them.
Yeah.
You can do anything with them.
You can do anything with them.
Plant a tree. I mean, you can come up with stuff.
What about doing it at Franktown? I know a place in Franktown where you go scatter them.
Hey, that's Willie over there. John is behind that shrub.
Don't make fun.
I watched this. You know, in California, I watched a show. I wonder if this is true. If someone was murdered in the house, you have to disclose it when you sell it that it's a murder house.
I feel that should be everywhere.
Do you really?
I don't.
That would bother you?
If someone was killed or someone died.
No, murdered. They called it a murder.
No,
on my street,
I think it might
our
be
last house, a mom smothered her 6.5 month old baby in the crib, and they sold that house so fast. She's in
Colorado. You don't have to say anything.
No, they had that house sold within 2 months of it happening.
In California, I saw a show that
I
said
would
you
want to
have
live in that house.
You have to disclose where someone was killed, not
in
Colorado.
That little baby was killed in there. I don't want to live in there with that little baby ghost.
God, I'd scoop up I'd look for the ones where there were 6 people murdered for the discount.
See?
That wouldn't bother me at all.
But that's then you gotta open market on it.
Yes.
Then
Tell me how long I have.
Making decisions. Because
that would really
gonna move in and find out from the neighbors. Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to do those sandwich spots again.
Bedroom.
You know, this is going to be hard on our studio when I start doing lives all the time. This is going to be outrageously hard.
Yes, it is.
Because we have a bunch of big mouths.
Yeah.
Like who?
Me.
I'm
a smaller mouse.
I'm like a church mouse. Dan's like
you're a wilting violet.
Yeah, he's the wilting violet. I'm the church mouse.
It's going to be boring in here if you can't listen to that all the time. Could you do it outside?
Yeah, can we get you to go in the other room when you do these? Gee,
I wonder if I could.
Think of the quality of our breaks.
Well, but you know, I sold my brother's house when he died last year in it, and his grandmother had also died in it. Wasn't murder, both natural causes. I don't know.
How about like
I don't know that I care. I do think murder is different.
Likewise, Colorado transaction brokers also must disclose adverse material that the property was the site of a homicide or other felony or of a suicide.
No shit.
It says right here.
I could have sworn Frank told me not in Colorado.
That's why I don't go to you. I go to Google.
So those poor last people. My God, you know, Suzanne killed 17 people in their last house. I don't know what to do now. Do we go back and tell them now?
Do fish count?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my kids went through their fish phase. Oh man, we killed a lot of fish.
My parents got me good. My hamster died, and they just replaced it. Never told me I was one of those poor guys.
That's excellent. My mom told me she gave the dog away to a farm in Michigan.
Yeah.
She had to put him down.
You ever watch King of Queens?
Yeah.
His parents bought the same dog for 4 times. He couldn't figure it out. So the wife goes, "You can't have a 40-year-old dog."
Well, we've had vitamins.
Rocky, his name was Rocky. It was the 4th or 5th Rocky.
Oh, that's so funny.
And his wife's looking at his mother like,
she's like, what?
The dog can't be 42. Doug couldn't have grown up with this dog.
Doug was just dumb about it, huh?
Oh my God. That's
because I've had
hilarious.
Rocky since I was 4.
No, you haven't.
And the wife is like, she is so funny. You know, she
She
was
is
a
funny.
Scientologist.
Yeah, oh
Is
yeah,
it
I've
really?
been watching her show. It's good.
Is it good?
It's
I
really
thought
good.
someone told me that a while back. It was you. Where is this show?
It's on A&E maybe?
And it's, what is it?
Basic cable. It's just interviewing people who've left the church
I
and
gotta see
getting
that.
it out there
I'm
what they're really
fascinated by
like.
Is she against it now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's against it.
man.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She does she throw like Tom Cruise and Travolta under the bus?
Not so much. It's more real stories about real people
Not
and
the-
what they're experiencing
not the
in
face
the
of
church. Not so much. Yeah.
I got to check it out. I am fascinated by that stuff. That and
They
then
had an episode on the Jehovah's Witnesses
the
that was
polygamous
really
stuff I love.
interesting too. They're terrible.
Okay.
That's a big check. Okay. Okay, let's talk about who? Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. If you are looking to sell real estate, you can't find anyone better to list your home. To get it ready, he cleans it, he stages it, he knows what makes a house sell, he picks the right price so he gets bidding wars, he knows how to select the best offer, he doesn't just take it off the market just because someone offers money, he knows how to qualify these buyers, he doesn't waste time, and he never holds you to a long-term contract. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Guys, are you still looking for
Sorry,
a...
I wasn't ready. Okay.
You see, Philip Altria, Philip Morris, pays $2 billion bonus to Juul's employees. Each one averages $1.3 million each.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, man. When you sell something you can get a kid addicted to quick.
Oh, it's just...
The cartels in Mexico, I can tell you because I'm watching Narcos.
Oh, yeah.
They take the real, these are real deals,
Yeah.
real cases.
Yeah.
They were pulling in $30 million a week on marijuana.
Dang.
$30 million a week on
Dang.
marijuana.
Now they're not, though.
Nope. It killed them.
Yep.
They all moved into narcotics and opiates.
Yeah,
They
which
said
is
that,
why
too.
legalizing everything would
That's a bad
have the
deal.
same
But
effect.
You think they'll shoot up?
I always say
They
that.
still have a marijuana trade, though.
What are bad?
The shoot-up joints downtown they're going to have?
No, I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Really what?
She thinks that the shoot-up
Yeah.
joints are
They're
going to be okay.
freaking bad.
They're bad.
I don't like
They're
They're
bad.
doing it anyway.
Absolutely, but what's it going to do? Are people going to move
They're
here
raping
now?
women, too, so they ought to just
No, they're not going to
cut out the
move
violence,
here.
let the women volunteer.
Heroin addicts aren't going to move here.
That's a good
Hi,
point.
Tom
Like
Martino, your
competition.
troubleshooter. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What is wrong with you, Grant, with your fingers on that button? You just like to just interrupt me. Okay.
Hey, when you're doing lives during the break, could you go into the other room? You kind of are bothering us.
This hour brought to you by SimplyFloorsInc.com. Hey, Buddy Mitchell, if you meet him, you like him. He just believes in doing I hate this expression, but it's a win-win, okay? It's overused, but he really does. He pays his people more. He pays his installers more. He gives consumers better prices, and then he takes less. He still makes good money, though. Everyone makes money and has a great time, and consumers save money. You just please compare for yourself, but please compare apples with apples, okay? And you'll see you're going to save 20, 30, 40, even 50% sometimes, depending on the product. All the popular floor products, and he can come to your home with samples, or he sends salespeople with designer help, true designer help, and the installers are experts. You will have a wonderful experience, plus you'll save money. But you prove it to yourself. Just shop, and then go to SimplyFloorsInc.com. They're at 52nd and Ward, southwest corner, SimplyFloorsInc.com.
So Gigi Wink is with us from Wink and Wink. Bankruptcies are down in general because the economy's doing better. And when people do bankruptcies now, what are they for?
Oh, all the same things.
Credit cards still?
Yes. Credit cards, medical, divorce, always.
Do you get people coming in January because of the holidays? And
yeah,
I often wonder
do
about
believe there's some of that. I think, you know, we definitely see it in the spring because people are getting tax refunds. They've got some money to get out of debt with. You know, it costs money to file a bankruptcy. But not so much like buyer's remorse. I do think the holidays throw your financial reality into a spotlight.
Have you seen where holiday spending and then bankruptcy immediately ever backfired on somebody? Where they really spent a lot of money on credit cards?
I've never seen that.
No?
No, honestly. I think...
Because I warn people, don't change your spending habits.
No, you know, don't load it up and then come into my office. I honestly don't see that very often.
So that's why you don't see the reaction, is because people don't do it.
I don't think so. I don't. I think that it's a long, slow process. It's not something that just comes to a head. You know, do they maybe put car repair on? Those are the kinds of things that make people go, I can't do this anymore. You know, I can't even pay for, you know, these basic necessities. Everything's going to my monthly minimum payments, and that if I could just stop these monthly minimums, I could live in my means.
Do you get a lot of small business owners that personally signed, like on a line of credit?
We get a lot of those. We're I think we're probably one of the best at those. Mike's really good at that, and he's taught me a lot about it. We're really good at small business bankruptcies.
Now, we want to give away a furnace.
I think it's a water heater. Or is it a furnace? I don't remember.
A free furnace with install, Mark.
Holy moly.
Hold on. And separately, a free water heater.
Jiminy
Two
crickets.
things. This is the courtesy and love of Lighten Up Electric. And they do plumbing. They do heating, too. Lighten Up Electric, heating and plumbing. They're up north. So he doesn't come into the metro area. But Fort Collins, Greeley, Loveland, Windsor, Wellington, please, if you are in need of a furnace or a water heater, or you know someone who is, let us know. This is no obligation. It is free. You simply have to be in need. Another thing, for the entire metro area, if you are in need, or you know a family in need of carpet cleaning, especially ones with little critters, I mean kids.
Maybe a single mother you know that's even in an apartment.
Yeah, especially with kids, because you want a good, safe environment. And having a clean carpet goes a long way to help engender that, because you need it. So you need to have this for your children. If you know people in need that need carpet cleaning and they have little crumb snatchers, call us. And we'll or write help@troubleshooter.com, and we'd be happy to put you on the list. Okay? The other thing is, in general, if you want to help people you hear on the show, you call us. We facilitate and make sure every penny goes to its intended purpose. We have a referral list member who was the heart and soul of his business, and he does a lot of the work himself, hands-on auto tech. And he lost his leg in an accident. It's just one of those things. It's a terrible accident. It was late at night, and he lost a leg. Man, can you imagine? You're here, everything's fine, then you lose your leg. Now, obviously, you know, there are worser circumstances. This guy, though, I didn't say worser, did I? Worse circumstances. Here's the deal. He has a GoFundMe because, obviously, the medical bills are far beyond his insurance, along with the prosthetic he's going to need. So it's GoFundMe. Go to that site, and then you have to put in Helping Tom and Laura, but put a hyphen between the words. Helping Tom and Laura. This is a great guy and a good family. Helping hyphen Tom hyphen and hyphen Laura. So it's just Helping Tom and Laura with hyphens between the names. Okay?
And anything for this guy, too. Even a $10 donation or whatever, man. He's the real deal.
Right. 303-713-TALK. Sarah, what's happening?
Hello?
Hi, Sarah. What's going on?
I am disabled in a wheelchair and have been for 15 years. I was employed by Allegiance Home Care in Thornton, Colorado.
Okay.
And recently switched to caregiving agencies because they were not able to staff me the way I need to be.
Okay. You need to work more, right?
Yes, and I was working for them as an independent contractor.
I got you.
They are refusing to pay my last paycheck, and I don't know what to do.
Why are they refusing?
He told me that I was a vendor.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you are or not, but for example, let me just ask a few questions.
Okay.
As a home, you did home health care?
Yeah, I was their social media recruiter. I went around to all of the CNA schools.
And you recruited
caregivers, and then went also and put my name on the line. And I've been at
How did you get paid?
For 15 years. And
How
I've
did you
also
get
done
paid?
work there. So I put my name on the line for.
How did you get paid?
Yes, I got paid as an independent contractor. So
that doesn't make you one. I just need to know how you got paid. Literally, how did you get paid?
Checks every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And,
made out to you or a company?
No, I got paid by the company. I would go in and he would...
Sarah, were these checks made out to you as a person or to your company?
No, just me.
Okay. And did they tell you how much you had to work?
No, that's the thing. There was no...
How did you know where to go to recruit? You did this all on your own?
Because I've been in home health for 15 years.
Right. Okay. So basically...
I did it on my own, Tom, for 12 years.
But did he pay you by the day?
Consumer-directed program.
Sarah, you don't have to justify anything at all to me. I'm asking some basic questions for another reason. We might be able to help you even more, is what I'm thinking. So, did you, Sarah, as this expert, okay, did you come up with all of the strategies and everything to do, and could you do it any day you wanted? Could you take 2 weeks off? And yes?
But
and
there was nothing was in writing. So
that
I didn't have
it doesn't matter.
Did in writing. I didn't have a contract in writing.
Could you also do it for other people?
Yeah, I can do it for other people if they needed it.
Okay, so you could work for other companies that were direct competitors.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
In fact, I'm with one of their competitors now.
But during the time, you could take on more than one client. It wasn't just them.
No, it was just them because they're a home health agency.
Okay, so what if during the time you're working for him, offering these recruiting services through social media, what if another company in the home health care industry wanted you to do it for them? Would you charge them a separate amount and this guy a separate amount? And you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there was nothing prohibiting you from doing that.
No.
Okay, and you made your own hours.
Yes.
And you went where you want. Then how were you compensated? Was it for however many recruits came on? How were you compensated?
What I did is I went off of what I was making through Craig Hospital. So I wouldn't go over my amount that I'm allowed by Medicaid, so I could keep my Medicaid.
No, I understand. There's nothing wrong with that. But how would you get paid? How did he judge what to pay you? Did he pay you one amount 1 week, another?
He verbally came up with $1,100 a month.
Okay, that was just your fee.
Yep.
No matter how much you worked.
Yep.
And no matter how little you worked.
No matter how little.
Okay. If all of that is true, then you're an independent contractor. And if you're an independent contractor, you have less rights than you do as an employee. And you're going to have a hell of a time collecting. If you were an employee and any one of those questions went the other way, you could have gone to small claims court and you could have sued for triple the amount. And you could have gotten back all kinds of stuff. But if you truly are an independent contractor, and it sounds like you are, then you're just going to have to sue one business to another. And there are no penalties. So he is claiming...
I don't really have my own business. I just have the knowledge to do it.
No, well, that's your own business, because what you described was your own independent contractor. You described having a business. So he is refusing to pay you for what reason?
I went to a different home health agency that could get me up in time to do a regular job.
What does that mean? You are now a
So I could go
You are now a W-2 employee?
Nope. He did not pay any tax. He did not take
No,
any
Sarah,
taxes
I'm
out
asking.
either.
I'm asking you. Why is he not paying you? And you said because you went to another agency. Is that the reason?
Yep.
So what does that mean, you went to another agency? You just told...
I am getting my services. See, I was getting my services, my caregiving services, through the same agency that I worked for. And because I went to a different agency, I lost my job.
So you actually receive home care services?
Yes.
I get it. And so he was providing you home care services?
Yes.
Plus he was paying you to recruit?
Recruit caregivers.
Okay, I got it now. Now I understand completely.
And clients.
I get it. I get it. You went to use another home care service, and he said, wait a minute. If I'm going to be paying you to work for me as a vendor, I don't want you to go to another agency. So he said, I'm not going to pay you.
Yeah.
That would be adequate for him not to use you anymore, but he still has to pay for what you did.
Exactly.
So how much does he owe you?
$412.23.
And how'd you come up with that precise figure?
Because that's what my paychecks are.
You said it was $1,100 a month.
I have.
So what's $1,100 a month? How was that? Was paid $412.23 each?
Twice, and the reason why it's that amount is because there was
that only equals 800.
That
only equals 824. Where's the 1,100?
The rest of the money. Let me finish. The rest of the money was being taken out because there's a lien on my house from my HOA.
Oh.
They're also shady, by the way.
No, but you were still getting paid the full amount. Now, on this check, it was simply a check for whatever he owed you, right?
Yep.
Okay. So listen, I think it's an easy thing to do. You have a history of being paid this amount, and then he didn't pay you. So you have to sue him in small claims court. The only difference, you can't get the Labor Department to help you because you are an independent you're a business and you're a vendor. So he was right. You are a vendor. You even said you are. So you're a vendor. You're not going to get help from the Labor Department, and it's a civil matter. It's not an employment issue. So you need to sue him in small claims court for this money. I mean, you just have to say, you owe me this money. He can't, will he deny? Well, you know, that's the thing. And I don't want to drag this out. I want to go to other calls. But I want to know when we come back, would he deny it? Will he say, no, I don't owe the money, she did not work? In fact, I'll ask you, will he say she did not work, I don't owe her the money? Or will he say she did work, but I'm just not going to pay her? What would he say? What do you think?
That I didn't work for him, that he doesn't owe me the money.
How will you prove you did work for him during that time?
Pay stubs.
No.
That was the only thing I have.
How would he?
Like I said, nothing was in writing.
No, that week. How does he know that 1 week or that 2 weeks he didn't pay you for? How can you prove you were doing what you were supposed to be doing for him?
Because I have all the information on my computer.
Okay. Then you just have to go to small claims court. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Here's the problem with Sarah's problem and with a lot of you guys. Don't ever let anyone call you an independent contractor except in very, very rare circumstances. And I mean when you're in complete control of your time and your circumstance, complete control. And you can do it for anyone you want. Okay, that is the way that you are an independent contractor. And it's violated 99.99999% of the time. GoCamSolar.com. That is the website. GoCamSolar.com. Then put a / and Troubleshooter next to it to get a form that you fill out. Then they will contact you by email free of charge with an analysis of your lot. If you decide solar is for you, no down payments, and you pay monthly payments, immediately saving money because you're not paying electric. Eventually, when you pay off the system and you own it, by the way, you're not leasing it, you never have to pay for power again. And the components, they're guaranteed for 25 years. Yep. GoCamSolar.com / Troubleshooter.
This report is sponsored by Panera
Big
Bread.
delays on. Just one more. Oh, I don't have, I didn't see it here. It's not on this list. Where is it?
A deal?
I'm curious about that.
Okay, all right. Then I'll do it right now.
Why are they having you do all lives, Tom?
What?
Why are they having you do all lives?
What do you mean? I've been doing lives for 4 years.
I know, but you said everything's going to be.
Oh, on our request, because it's a long story. But they were piling too much into 1 hour.
Okay.
So I said, we can't do that anymore. I said we need to even them out through the whole show. And in order to do that, then, we really just have to do them all live.
That's going to eat into our joking.
Oh, it is going to be way more than you ever.
What are we doing the shoe joke?
It's the impact more than you'll ever believe.
Oh, I realize.
Changing the whole culture.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, they're not going to want to listen on Facebook.
Ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan. When I say that, I mean it. They are ideal. You can pick the term. You don't have to go to 30. You don't have to go to 15. You can go to 20, 23, 26, 18. And here's the deal. They will guarantee the interest rate, so if it goes down, you get another refinance free of charge. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Over 2 years, if it goes down 0.75%, you're in free of charge. It's really the ideal home loan. Not only do you pick your term and do you have an interest rate guarantee, they also optimize your credit, meaning that if you need just a few little tweaks to your credit, they can do it legally, ethically, and quickly. Some people just approve you and never tell you this. Ideal says, well, yeah, you're approved, but guess what? If you pay down that credit card by $20, we can reduce your fee by your interest rate by 0.25%. It happens. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000.
Sheridan Auto Tech. Good people. And isn't that what you really want in an auto?
A long time.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
What?
There's no purpose in doing a minute. I don't know why you would do a minute.
People get bored.
Okay. I'm next to you and I tuned out. It's way too long.
It is.
I think every spot should be 4 seconds. FrankDuran.com. Next spot. Wink and wink. Call them.
I can say, in 4 seconds, I can say a lot. Frank Duran, Real Estate. Frank Duran, TheRealEstateMan.com. Simply the best you can find. Frank Duran, TheRealEstateMan.com. There you go.
Was that 4? That's it.
That was 4?
Yeah.
I'm gonna email Jess right now. From now on, all spots are 4 seconds.
Hey, one clear choice. Garage doors. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Anything to do with your garage door, don't mess with anyone but the best. One Clear Choice Garage Doors in the entire Front Range. That's from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs, even into Pueblo. 303-565-6409. 565-6409. Okay, let's go. What happens when you have a problem? You call us. Who did we leave off with? Oh, she answered the question. Let's go to Steve. Steve, what's happening, Steve?
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Long-time listener.
Thank you, man.
Listen, I've never heard you handle a call like this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
If you're a first, we buy you lunch. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, and if you choose to address it, I applaud you even more.
All right.
It's basically a truth in advertising issue.
Go ahead.
It's an ad that's running on this radio station, not over the iHeart network, but over the terrestrial, your airwaves.
Yeah. What is it?
Okay. Every so often,
because you understand, I only can control my show.
Oh, okay. I know.
All right, go ahead.
I know that. But they're running this ad in which this woman's voice come on, and she talks about Trump's health care, as if there's a Trump health care plan in place right now.
Right.
And they're basically, it's the most disingenuous, dishonest ad I've ever, and I've been around a long time.
But there are a ton of dishonest political ads.
Yeah. What they're
okay, which means
to the
go ahead.
To the listener is that the health care system in place right now is Trump's fault. We're still under Obamacare.
Right.
The Congress has not repealed Obamacare.
Right.
So that's it in a nutshell. I mean, if you listen to the ad, it was like it hit me in the face like a frying pan. It's like,
and they're doing that because he modified it with taking the penalty away, right?
Yeah, so they're mad. So they want.
Oh, and there's also a federal judge.
And because the plan is so screwed that it's so screwed that it's not going to last, and that's why people want to dump it on someone else probably. But listen, man, that's not the only really false political ad there is. There are so many of them. I shouldn't say they're all. The thing about, I don't know.
Well, I put a call into your advertising manager.
But you understand they're not going to do anything about it. You understand that no one, Channel 9, no one, they will not address that. They will let you buy and say what you want. They won't pull an ad. Now, they do truth meters and truth checks or fact checks or whatever they say. But listen, you know what I find worse? This is what I find worse. I find Kyle Clark and his little comments under the guise of news. Let me explain what he did the other night. He was doing a story on Cory Gardner, okay? And how Cory Gardner, and this is a real story, he's been slapped down a few times, and he went on a little rant, and they played the sound on tape, what's called SOT. They played it, and it was good. And then he said something, but I can't think of the exact line, but if you find it, it was an editorial, because here's what he said. Cory Gardner, this could signal challenges for Cory Gardner, who is, this is what he said, thought to be one of the most vulnerable candidates in the 2020 election. Now, when he said thought to be, okay, now, hold on. Thought to be. Now, wait a minute. Kyle Clark, who thought to be? Who said that? Did you think that? Did your editor think that? Did some survey or poll think that? Do the Americans think that? No, seriously. Thought to be. You know what? You could say Trump thought to be one of the most popular presidents in the country, or you can say Donald Trump thought to be the biggest a-hole that ever held the office. And both of them would be correct. So what I want to know from Kyle Clark on Channel 9 is how the hell do you write news copy that says thought to be, thought, not a survey, not a poll, but Cory, this could be a challenge for Cory Gardner, who's thought to be one of the most vulnerable candidates in the 2020 election. And that right there, those little tiny things they say are the most infuriating, because they are not journalists, they are not objective, and here is the biggest problem. They don't even know that they're slanted. They don't even know it. They, honest to God, but they don't know it. They don't know it. They're that stupid. I mean, I don't know where the kid went to school, and listen, it's just amazing to me. This is just one of hundreds and hundreds of tiny little remarks that are snuck into news copy. Cory Gardner thought to be, I want you to find it. I want you to find it on video.
My wife and I were watching that. We had that same discussion. We DVR the news.
Honest to God, did you, all of a sudden I said to Stephanie, I said, wait a minute. Kyle just said he's thought to be one of the most vulnerable, or whatever. I don't want to misquote him, but he did say thought to be. He did say that about a negative on Cory Gardner. But you know what? He's also thought to be one of the bravest congressmen, and he's also thought to be short and fat. He's also thought to be good-looking. No, I swear to God, you can use that word, that phrase, thought to be, to say anything you want about anyone. He's thought to be.
Anecdotal story quickly about Kyle Clark. My wife and I, it was like during Christmas time many years ago, there was a fire at Kohl's in Castle Rock. And my wife and I were one of the first citizens on the scene. And up pulls 9. I don't know if he was working for 9 at the time, but there he is, fresh-faced.
I think he was always 9, but go ahead.
So disappointed in the way his career has gone We call him the soy boy.
Well, actually, his career is very good. I mean, I think
yeah, for what it is.
He's a talented young man. The only problem I have, nothing to do with his performance. It's about the thought to be thing. But if you heard him in the discussions or debates over the governor, he has tiny little cuts that he puts in. Now I've noticed it with him more than anyone, although they all do it. They do it on Channel 4. They do it on Channel 7. What is really ridiculous to me is one time that Marv Rockford sat me in his office when he was general manager of Channel 4 saying, well, you know, Tom, we have a little problem with that radio show you have, and I don't know, you know, it's not very objective. And I said, Marv, you wouldn't know objective if it hits you in the ass. Because listen to your newscast. I mean, my God, it's like at least I don't pretend to be objective. I'm objective in the in the fact gathering. Objective. I put people through the ringer. I don't believe you. What are you kidding? Blah blah blah. I put my sponsors through the ringer. But then, after objectivity comes a stance. The guy's right or the guy's wrong. Then I do a story. But I don't go into a story believing someone is right or wrong. And that's the difference between me and a new so-called journalist. They go into the story already thinking what they want to come out of it. You know, during the Pope's visit was the best one, when they said in the assignment meeting, you know what we have to do? We have to come up with some really, there's a lot of feel-good stories, blah, 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 because the Pope's coming. The Summer of Love, or whatever the hell they called it. And I said, but wait a minute. There are some guys ripping people off with fake memorabilia, blah, 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 and I had some good ideas for stories. They didn't want to do them. So here's the deal. They can slant everything to look like the Summer of Love or the Summer of Violence by simply omitting certain stories that don't fit the bill. In Highlands Ranch, there were houses settling. Channel 9 made a big deal about it. You know, the foundation's people were displaced. The builder is crooked and evil. I went down to the neighborhood to do a consumer story and found most of the people in the neighborhood loved their builder. There was only a few pains in the ass who were upset. The people loved him. They were putting them up in other homes. They were completely rebuilding the foundations. It was Mission Viejo. They were completely rebuilding, and people were elated with the builder. When I went back and told the assignment desk that the story isn't exactly as they wanted, they didn't want it. Why? Because it didn't fit. That there's no evil builder. You see, Tom would do a story about a builder who stepped up and did it the right way. No, it didn't fit. So you see, a lot of times what you see on the air, you don't know what you're not seeing. So that's how they can slant it as well. It's not just what's said, it's what's not said. Steve, you got me into a rant. You shouldn't have done that. But I am so upset with local media that wear the capital J for journalism. They're all full of you-know-what. I can say it. They're all full of shit. I hit it. I hit the delay.
This is Denver's talk station,
I hit the
630
delay.
KHOW,
You
an
don't have
iHeart radio station.
I think you caught him off guard. Did he hit it, or he didn't even know
No,
what happened?
we're in delay right now. You should see it, right? I hit it. But I want my online audience to hear it. Oh.
I thought that on the thing,
So you don't have to worry about your job.
Cancer. That they said the Trump thing is going to.
Did that shock you too, Mark? Even though I hit delay.
No, nothing shocked.
Now, if it didn't work, I'd be in big goddamn trouble.
After the drugstore chain operator beat quarterly profit expectations but came up short on sales.
I hope he shuts down the government. I really do.
Yeah, you know what? I don't, for the fact, this is it. There is no shutdown. These guys get paid everything, they just don't go to work.
Well, okay.
That's the biggest crock. If they didn't get paid, yeah, then they shut down.
They get paid afterwards.
Okay, so they get delayed pay. But
that does screw some real people, man.
Yeah, dumb people.
No, like the police department in Washington, the Capitol Police. Those guys aren't making congressmen money. Although I don't know if that's probably one of those things that doesn't shut down anyhow.
I'm sure it does.
I think the IRS is probably one of the big ones, at least the last time there was any kind of way. How did you deal with bankruptcy during that shutdown?
We got
8 years
lucky.
ago.
Yeah, you gotta have a contingency plan. It's for things like foreclosures and stuff. You can drive they have a plan. We didn't. We tried to get in front of it. Well, we did get in front of it. And then anybody who needed to file, we told them right away. Like, we
But
need
the
to file
trustees
now.
were gone, right?
Yeah.
IRS gone, trustees gone.
That's what I'm saying. It actually costs the government more to shut down than it does to not shut down.
I don't know. I don't know if you're correct.
Because all these people aren't working, so now they either got to work overtime or whatever to build it back once they start working.
I don't know.
It's the biggest crock ever.
I don't know, bud. It sure seems to get the two sides
I don't
negotiating.
know why. Because if I was a federal employee, I'd say that's great. It's a shutdown.
Hey, I'm going to take the month off.
Yeah. Now here's a question: if a guy was going to take vacation and was on vacation during the shutdown,
you know what? The Republicans and Trump ran on building that wall, and if they're not going to fund the wall, shut it down. He's going to lose his base. The only other people Trump can lose at this point is probably his base. The moderates are moving a little bit, but man, you can't piss off everybody, and I know he does.
I think the last time when they had this prevailing, I think they were going to give him $5 billion. They should have taken it.
That I don't remember. And it's not for the, quote, wall, it's for border security.
No, it's for the wall.
He can use it wherever he wants. No, it's for it could be a fence. It doesn't have to be a wall.
I thought...
I think they should get Clint's invention out there.
I thought they had Pelosi and Schumer actually said that they were fine with going with E-Verify.
E-Verify would fix everything.
Yes.
Actually, E-Verify would be the best system.
Yes.
It's fair, it's perfect.
With a big penalty if anybody had, if they were hiring people. You got to have a penalty.
The company.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. No, E-Verify would be the perfect way to do it. The biggest thing is, well, it's just got to be fixed. To me, I don't care who comes over, as long as they're paying taxes and everything else.
Absolutely.
So if they come over and work on some kind of visa we can give them, as long as they're paying taxes and their fair share, man, I'm all about it.
What happens if they're a murderer and they're paying their taxes? And
I got no problem with that, as long as they're paying those taxes. Long as they're paying those taxes. Are we back?
Okay, we might be we were in delay, so those online probably heard my rant. Maybe 20 seconds were deleted from it as I went into commercials. So if it sounded weird to you, that's why. But we're back now. 303-713-TALK. So let's talk. What's on your mind? Gigi Wink is with us from Wink and Wink. All right, Brian, welcome. What's going on, Brian? Brian?
Hey, Tom.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Just following up. One of my customers had mentioned that somebody had called in asking questions about, cutting the cord, saving money off cable and satellite, and just so happens our local business, Free TV, does that. So figured I might be a good resource.
What do you do?
Well, so the short version is we basically help people get their $150, $250 a month bills down to as low as $40 to $50 a month, and then we provide them with free options for TV, and basically just take all the work out of it for them, so they just sit back and relax, and we take care of all of it.
Really, all of it. And how do you charge people?
So the money we help people save on a monthly basis, we just get them down to internet only to $40 to $50 a month. That money is what they use to pay us one-time charges to just help them set things up. So our whole thing is really, in essence, just taking our experience. We've been doing this for over 8 years.
What do you think about the service? What do you think about the service, Suzanne? What do you think?
It's curious. So the payment is, for the first month, whatever you save, the difference is your payment, and that's it? A one-time payment?
Yeah, how do you lose?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Our average customer saves $130 a month.
Come on, really? So
I used to work for CenturyLink, and we peddled, DirecTV and such. So, I worked.
But what if people are in
years,
contracts and stuff? What if people are in contracts?
Yeah, the only contracts you really can't get around is something like a Dish DirecTV, but you really can get around that too because all you do is you just pay the $20 payment to get out early per month.
So you negotiate that for them?
Yeah, we don't really mess with Dish DirecTV. We just give people the options of how they can, get away from that. Honestly, most people think they have a contract with Comcast Xfinity when they really don't. The contract actually just says that they need to keep some sort of service with Xfinity, which is what we help people do. So they just keep internet with Xfinity and they're satisfying their contract.
Do you guys sell those so-called black boxes?
No.
What do you know about free TV?
Go Google us. We got nothing but, it's free TV with 2 E's on the end of TV, 8 letters. Go Google us. We got nothing but 5-star reviews everywhere. It doesn't matter where you look.
So your website is free TV and V-E.
Yeah, 2 E's.
That's very hard when you have to explain
I
your
know.
website.
It's hard on radio especially. But
I know.
Free with TV behind it and then 2 E's on the end of that.
Yeah.
But,
okay, but anyway, the important thing, the important thing is what you do. So, is free TV part of what you do?
Oh,
I mean, do you
sure.
have sources for free TV, or is that just the name?
Oh yeah, no, we have lots of sources for free TV. So
give me an example of one.
Yeah, I mean, a really good example of what we use as kind of the base for everything is we install like an outdoor or an attic HD antenna. We don't do indoor antennas really because they just don't work that well. Our whole thing is just get it done right the first time and get good reception. So literally an HD antenna can get you free TV where you're paying no monthly rate at all. And you get like 50, 60 channels. More importantly, it's all the major networks. And it seems ridiculous, but it's actually better HD quality at the same time. So you're literally, for what we charge, $299 to install an outdoor attic antenna. That covers everything. It's a one-time cost. If you figure our average customer saves $130 a month, basically 2-3 months tops, you already have that paid off and it's free forever. And then we have options for, pretty much 98% of the cable channels are pay options, a lot less money for the same stuff. We just bring it all together for people. So this hot, confusing mess of all these different things that have to happen, we take care of all of it and they don't have to even think about it,
Yeah. Okay. I get it. Mark? I mean, it sounds cool to me. I don't know how you go wrong. I'd like to see an example of what they do. That would be cool. Like, maybe a past customer you've helped, or maybe we do an experiment. I would love to see it, really. I would love to see it in action, because that's exactly what people need. They need that kind of hand-holding. Tom, what's going on with you? We have a couple lines open, 303-713-TALK. Tom, go ahead. What's happening?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
Good. What's going on?
My neighbor, I contracted with my neighbor to rebuild my back fence after the big windstorm we had last March.
Yeah, and
he hasn't done it yet.
Wait. It's your neighbor. That makes it even worse. Hold on. We'll come back to that. That's going to be a bummer.
This report is sponsored by
all I heard was we're going to put an antenna up for $300.
Right.
That's what I heard.
That's what I see too.
How hard is it to put up an antenna?
No, but he says that everything's free after that.
Right, it is. I got an antenna. I put mine up.
I went to their website.
He says other things too, streaming services.
I went to their website. You hit services. There's a charge for everything on there. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. Sometimes
it looks like they have high speed.
I want you to hear this, okay? I got to unload this. This is fucking killing me. It's fucking killing me.
What is it?
Because this spot obligates them to nothing, and the marketing gal doesn't like it. Something else. I'm going to show you. I'm going to first let you hear this. Here's my ad.
Go.
Than $149 to find and fix your electrical problem.
Hold on. Ready? Here it is. Here it is now.
You'll never pay more than $149 to find and fix your electrical problem, which includes all parts, or the call is free.
But wait.
That's find, fix, or free your electrical problem for $149. Single circuit problems only, with parts excluding fixtures and appliances.
They promise nothing.
Deal. Plumb line services,
outlets and
plumbing,
switches,
heating, cooling, and electric. 303-562-0439. PlumbLineServices.com.
Okay. What don't they like?
Well, first of all, they used to love that. But Courtney says, and let me...
Is she still there? Or she's a new one, I guess.
Courtney says, let me just get that on there. Says, she says, you know, here's what they want.
I'm going to head out a minute early to go meet Mike.
Now, here's what they want, right? Here's what she recommends. Can you please not have an offer? We want our electrical spots to say something like this. Did you know that Plumbline Services does electrical? From ceiling fans to breaker boxes, they do it all.
So she doesn't want to call to action?
So now tell me, do you think anyone would ever make a phone call on that ad, ever in a million years? Ever? Okay, I just, you know what I like about advertising experts? I guess I don't like working with advertising experts because I'm an expert. In fact, I'm the best expert there is. I hate saying that. But
no, you don't.
No, I mean, when it comes to that, I mean, I don't argue about atomic sciences and
right.
brain surgery.
Well, I do.
You said 1
Hi,
minute.
Tom Martino. You are a troubleshooter. Dennis has a comment on cutting the cord. What's going on, Dennis?
You a little bit with
What?
that, be charging for it. I disconnected my dish satellite.
Well, I wasn't recommending it. I said I want to see it in action. But go ahead.
Right, but then there is an antenna you put inside that's very simple. That'll get. I've got over 70 stations on the air, and if you have a smart TV, then you just go online. I mean, it's Wi-Fi to the television. Watch whatever you want.
Oh, right.
Because, yeah, it's not. It's.
But do you think But not everyone can do it, right?
Yeah, you just plug the antenna in that you're using.
Right.
To where you had your cable.
I understand that, but then what about the apps and all that?
It's a piece of cake on a smart television. It's direction right there.
So,
okay,
you know, Dan and Mark were talking about the same thing. So, Dan, would you sum up everything that guy just said about all he does is hook up an antenna? Is that the bottom line?
That's the big part and stuff.
But for digital over the air, right?
Right. But he's got to have an antenna that hits several different places and stuff, because if you have just a directional antenna, you'll just get one.
Yeah, but I don't see a big deal, though, in installing an antenna for people.
Right.
I mean, is it ultra expensive? Have you gone to their site? What are they charging?
It's $300.
Really?
Yeah.
$300.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
I've got an indoor antenna that cost me $34.99. It's like a sheet of paper that you pin on the wall, and it gets 74 stations, and I'm in a bad area.
Okay, so what were you going to say, Suzanne?
I just think there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to do that for themselves
I know
need the
it.
assistance
I really
and
do.
guidance.
I do think you're right. Now, free TV with the EE on the end, I looked at it. Cut the cord and save money. Now, I thought you said it was $300, Dan, and didn't he say he takes what he saves you? I thought that's
for the first time, for the first month of savings.
Plus the $300?
Oh, I didn't get it like that, Tom. He is going to email me more information, though.
Yeah, he should come in as a common man. I mean, look, I don't know anything about this company, but he said we help people. Okay, there's FAQs. We ought to see what he says, but it says, why should I cut the cord? The number of people a cord is a price. If you're paying more than $100 for high-speed internet and TV, then you're probably paying too much. Free TV guarantees that you will save money by lowering your existing internet. Now, how does he get you the $40 to $50 internet only? Is that well, Comcast is more than that, isn't it, for a decent speed? Anyway, I'm not going to judge the thing unless I see it, but I'm just thinking it's more personally than just installing an antenna. If that's it, there are still people that might need that help. Tom, what is going on with your fence contractor?
Well, like I mentioned, it's with my neighbor, and he was going to replace the fence in the back.
Right.
And he hasn't done it yet.
But when you said you contracted with your neighbor, this is what scared me. Is he a contractor or just some guy?
Well, how he makes his living is by doing like handyman
Okay,
work.
fine. But you say you contracted. Did you pay him?
I did pay him for parts, yes.
Okay, well, then forget he's your neighbor. The bottom line is you hired a guy. Whoops. Hold on. That's not your fault. Okay, the bottom line is you hired a guy, you paid him, And he didn't do the work, right?
Right, yeah.
How much have you paid so far?
$850.
Dave, let me ask, not Dave, I'm sorry. Tom, let me ask a simple question. When you ask him, where's the money, what does he say? Did he buy the parts yet? If not, he should just give your money back, get someone else to do it.
Yesterday I did call him requesting to cancel the contract and return of my money, minus the parts that are sitting in my backyard.
Okay, how much sitting in your backyard about?
There are 2 posts, 2...
About how much money is worth? Do you know?
$150.
Okay, $150. And how much would that leave you in refund?
$700.
Okay, so what does he say?
He never returned my call.
Yeah, this sucks, man, because he's your neighbor.
Right.
Do you know him as a friend other than a neighbor? Like, is he in a group of friends or?
No. He's my neighbor's grandson, and he lives with her.
How old is this guy?
About 22 years old.
He spent the money. You know that, right? The money's gone.
Right, yeah.
You're going to have to sue him in small claims court. We can scare the hell out of him, too, because guess what? Even though he's only 22 and he lives with grandma, it's a violation of the Contractors Trust Act if he used that money, and he can go to jail. How about we tell him that?
Sure.
Okay, you want us to play hardball? We will. Deputy Dan, let's do that. Let's play hardball with this little snot nose. And so maybe it'll bitch slap him into reality. You know, he's learning at a very early age. We could probably save him a lot of trouble in life. Mark, go ahead, sir. You have a comment?
Yes, sir, Tom. I went to some sort of press award dinner last Christmas, and that the Carl Clark fella was the MC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just as soon as he finished thanking everyone for being there, it just went into a big, woe is us in the press. We have a big target on our back, and we're the only ones that can tell the truth to the public, and they need us. And without us, this administration will be doing whatever it is that they want.
Mark, when I brought up the political comments that he makes under the disguise of news copy, like thought to be and things, phrases like that. When I brought that up, I didn't mean it to be a bash session on Kyle Clark, but I have to tell you, I've never had a comment get so much email behind the scenes. Apparently, people don't like this guy. He rubs them the wrong way. He has, and we would call that a big negative Q factor. In TV, we would do a Q factor. Some people called it an X factor. There were other factors, and we would do research on talent to see who's good and who's bad. But believe it or not, if somebody has a big negative factor and a big positive factor, that's good. If they have just a big negative factor, it's not so good. I don't know what his Q factor would be. If they have a big but they want you to peg the meter in each direction. In other words, they don't want someone milquetoast. And for the life of me, I don't know why he would rub people the wrong way. He seems like a very likable guy, and But
I mean, the way that he spoke, the way that he addressed the crowd, everybody liked him and everything. But
yeah,
and it seemed like it was the press and the media in general. They all just like to pat each other on the back and tell each other how wonderful they are, and it was a bit of an eye opener.
It could be he thinks maybe it's just a little much of himself. Who knows? I mean, to be honest with you, in order to be in the media, we all have to, honest to God, feel a certain amount of confidence for sure. But when you've been around, I've been in Denver 40 years. And I've been in the business 47 years, or whatever. There are many things that humble you. So you stick to what you know. However, as I said, we ought to have a discussion one day on some of the sneaky crap that sneaks through under the guise of news. If you really analyze some of these little comments that are made, they're not news. Gigi Wink, winkandwink.com. Here's what I want to ask. What do you advise people to do during the holiday season?
Well, I think it's a good time to take stock of where you're at financially. If you're feeling stress about what you're spending, you got to look at what the reality is, right? Don't bury your head in the sand. Don't spend too much.
Here's the deal. I think that people are using credit cards, unfortunately, as a second income.
Yep.
It's an invisible friend who's helping them spend money.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the cost of living is going up a lot here in this state. And I do think that it's been hard for people to keep up with.
It is hard.
And you got banks giving out credit like, you know, candy. You're
no,
right.
It is. And I think they're just playing the odds, hoping that if enough people do it, you know, we will get only a few bad ones, but we'll have enough good ones to make a profit. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, 303. Oh, I'm not going to give the number out. We're out of time.
Okay.
So I'll give your number out, though. Winkandwink.com. They always do free consultations. And I recommend you don't wait. You don't wait until it's an emergency and a crisis. Sometimes you can even avoid bankruptcy if you get in there quick enough. 303-410-1720. Winkandwink.com. Mike and Gigi, I know them personally. They'll take good care of you and give you the personalized attention you need. Okay, folks, I'm Tom Martino. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Referralist.com for help, information, and referrals. We'll be back here tomorrow. Remember, save all your problems for me.
I don't see how people get by.
Apparently, this contract, people don't like this.
It's really tough.
I mean, how do you
Really
go
tough.
to a hotel?
Airplane tickets.
Airplane tickets. Rent a car.
Yep. Yep.
Pay for gas.
Yeah. It's true.
Where do you pay for gas?
I need to get my 16-year-old a credit card so that he can pay for gas.
No, I'm serious. Where do you go? Where can you at midnight go get gas?
No.
With cash.
Nowhere. Nowhere.
And to me, that would be the hardest.